What's up, caught on camera? I might have caught the Buffs buses on camera. I don't know if these are their buses or not. Well, we're in Kansas City, so you know we gotta check it out. Let's go with you guys. About to find out if these are the Buffs buses. Hello. This is Buffalo's? No. Not the Buffalo's. You just got to roll up on them and ask them real quick before they can figure out what you're doing to get an honest answer. So, all right, this ain't the Buffs, but we're in an area where all the fancy hotels are. So we're gonna walk around, see what's up with Kansas City. If you guys have any leads to steer us that are credible, we'll walk. You guys can direct the show. But hey, y'all know what this area of Kansas City is called? Like something point?
The viewpoint?
Crown Point?
Penn Valley Point?
Penn Valley Point?
I'm pretty sure.
All right, thank you. I don't think she really knew, y'all, but this looks like a Union Station type deal right here. Oh yeah, there you go, Union Station. That's what Union Station in Denver looks exactly like, so. I'm guessing they were built by the same architect around the same time. What do you guys know about Kansas City? Yo, caught on camera, the drive was 9.5 hours. Nine and a half hours. Actually, we'll check that out in a second. Let's, no. There's hotels all over the place. I'm not sure which way to walk. Trying to go towards the greatest concentration of fancy hotels. Yo, the Bach 1404. I tried, when I was at the stadium, I Googled barbecue restaurants like in proximity and like looked for the best rankings. And one of them was a food truck. And so I went over there and oh my God. I took some pictures of it. I can't remember the name of the spot, but I'm gonna make a post about it because it was so good. I'll probably eat there again tomorrow. What you guys got for score predictions tomorrow? Hit me with some score predictions. I'm gonna try to cross this road without getting hit. There's Union Station, y'all. Union Station, Kansas City. Got a little park situation over here. We got some buses over there in front of the Westin Hotel. And based from some pictures that Bucky put on Instagram, I thought it might be the Westin, but it's not. The bus drivers were wearing some kind of corporate logo, but I don't recognize ever seeing that with the Buffs. And I asked them, I kind of put the camera to the side and walked up on them before they saw it. And I was like, hey, is this the Buffaloes? And they looked surprised. They're like, no, confused. So they ain't at the Westin. Nice little park. We're heading towards, like, if you guys can see in the distance, downtown. Let's see, Ernest Smith, 3721. Nice, I would love that. I got 38-31. I think they're gonna be up and control the game, and I think Kansas might score a touchdown in garbage time, so I'm hoping it's more like a 14-point spread. I hope it's not close. I hope it's not stressful. I hope they just BTA. No disrespect or ill will towards you, Kansas. It's the Buffs' destiny season this year. Hey, Cold Weather Music Group, thank you. If you guys hit the like button for the algorithm, it helps a lot. It's free, it helps me out. TK, 45-31 CU. I love that. There's that 14-point spread. Debbie C says, statement game. CU 56, Kansas 24, even better. Here comes a streetcar. Apparently a streetcar is a big thing in Kansas City. Who knows, we might catch a ride on a streetcar later to get back, depending on how far we walk. But you guys can see there's some high-rise hotels in front of us. I really thought, looking at pictures online of the Westin, I thought that was it. But I couldn't find. Y'all, Bucky posted a little video of Coach Dancy in the buffet line, and I saw 2 escalators and a carpet pattern. And I got on Google. I was like, show me those escalators and the carpet pattern in the fancy hotels downtown. And I couldn't find it, but the Westin looked close, the Sheraton looked close, the Hyatt looked close. Y'all see what I'm trying to do to bring you guys some Buffs footage? Nah, I'd be doing this anyway, to tell you the truth. This is an amazing experience to be able to follow the Buffs around this year. Season of destiny. That's why we're documenting it. Just give you guys some looks around as we go. We're on a little bridge, like a little catwalk. All right, let's catch up with the chat. Yeah, caught on camera. I'm using a gimbal for sure. Al Green, yeah. The hotel they're at, if you look on Instagram, they only have hotels like that downtown. All the hotels in the burbs are like the normal Holiday Inns and stuff. They're not like ultra fancy convention centers. If the train is loud, I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna jog past it for you. We don't have to walk. We ain't gotta walk. We can run. Get away from this noise. Y'all just bear with me for a second. At least we got the gimbal. That's a cool shot though. That's a cool shot. Hey. All right. Warm me up anyway. All right. Yo, cold weather, good 5G service, number 1. iPhone 15 Pro Max, number 2. Gimbal, number 3. That's how you get a good live stream. Somebody tell Bucky, man. I got audio tips for Bucky. I don't know if they want a live stream though, because you know they got to edit stuff to be safe. But the audio, man, the audio in Bucky's videos be driving me crazy, because it's just some simple things, like when they're in the stadium, the mic that he's using is picking up all the stadium noise, and it makes it really hard to hear the conversations that are happening, and that's a really easy fix. I do it for him for free. One day we'll connect. But all right guys, we got over the train, we're headed towards downtown. We got some more hotels. This is where a lot of the fancy hotels are at, so we're just gonna walk around and see if we see buses. That's the thing. When I saw the Westin online and I pulled up, little Corvette action. I noticed the buses in front of the hotel, but I also noticed they're not our typical team buses. I'm trying to remember the brand that our team uses. I'll know it if I see it. But those were like more eclectic, mismatched buses. And you know, Coach Prime is 3 black buses that look exactly the same and his black Sprinter van. So that's what we're looking for. And then, you know, we'll just walk up in the hotel like we're staying there and see what's up. I think the camera will probably be a giveaway and they'll probably turn me away, but you never know unless you try, right? And now we gotta run past some commercial music, y'all. We gotta get past the commercial music so we don't get demonetized. All right. I'm gonna cross the street down here and get back the direction we were going. Okay. All right. Back on track. All right, what's up, chat? Hey, Avanti, I can't check my email right now. Can you tell me what's going on, or I gotta check my email? No, this is Kansas City, y'all. Kansas City, beautiful. A little chilly, like 41 degrees. About 41 degrees. It's supposed to be like 57, 58 tomorrow during the game, so perfect. That's gonna be a nice little day in Arrowhead. Ooh, Avanti, you just gave me some red meat. I see why you want me to check. All right, y'all gotta fill me in the chat since I'm walking and filming and I can't check my email. I want to talk about whatever Avanti's talking about with this KU podcast that Bucky responded to, because this must have been pretty recent, right? Because when I headed downtown from about 10 minutes away where the stadium is, the last video that Bucky had posted on Instagram was Coach Dancy in the buffet line, and that's where I thought I figured out which hotel they were at. But hey, James Bond, what's good? Yeah, Avanti, you're gonna have to spell it out for us. Chris E, weather nice over there, snowing, windy, and wet here in Wisconsin so far this week. Oh yeah, Wisconsin when it's wet and cold. That is some brutal weather. It is nice out here, and y'all know in the Midwest it can go any type of way, so definitely grateful for this good, crisp fall weather that's cool but not too cold. Caleb, the game starts 3:30 Eastern, 2:30 Central, 1:30 Mountain Time. Okay, Avanti, here we go. Call Bucky. Oh, man. I was gonna try to, man, some of these apps are just terrible. Like this app, I can't pin comments to the screen, but the other app has a permanent overlay that stays on the video, so I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying to find the right setup here, but I'm gonna read what Avanti said, because we're all adults here. And again, these are the words of some troglodytes. These are not my words. I have nothing but honor and respect for Bucky and the Sanders family. Somebody called Bucky a shit stain, said the hate was manufactured by Bucky and that they want to destroy us worse than anyone else, including KSU. Well, good. Let's all just get on their chat tomorrow with the receipts after that BTA while they're crying, because that's crazy. The hate is manufactured, and then you call somebody a shit stain. You dehumanize someone over a game. We're not dehumanizing Kansas's players. Nobody from Colorado has said anything dehumanizing about any players on any other teams. I mean, okay, I know there's that 0.01% somewhere out there on the internet I haven't seen, but y'all know what I'm talking about. That's crazy, man. I don't understand. I'm gonna go in though. I'm gonna find that in my email when I get home, and I'll pick a fight with this channel, because this channel is ride or die. I will debate these people live. I will debate them face to face. I want to make an example in a gentlemanly way. And if it needs to get gentlemanly at the local boxing ring, we can do that as well. But I'm just talking about man to man, straight up. We look each other in the eye and have a conversation about why you feel comfortable saying that about people like Dion Jr. And the bigger this show gets, the more leverage we will have to pick those kind of fights. And it's not about picking fights to be petty. It's about picking fights to show the youth who is who is good people and who is bad people, who are people trying to excel in life and use this game to elevate themselves and their friends and their family through discipline, hard work, dedication, perseverance, and who's trying to use this game to exercise their daddy issues. And it's personal to me because I had a lot of those type of people in my family growing up, and Coach Prime helped me see who was who. Coach Prime helped me see the good people in my family from the bad. And so it's personal to me. And when people say stuff like that, and I know how Bucky and the Sanders family want to respond, but they can't because people will say they're playing the victim. So let me do it. That's what I'm here for. That's why I Smoke Hip Hop TV told me to start a channel. He said people in Mayo Nation have to confront these demons in Mayo Nation that are just making it more than a game. Like Coach Prime's making it more than a game. Coach Prime's making it more than a game in an elevated way, in an inspiring way, in a constructive building way. These little trolls, they're making it more than a game in all the wrong ways, and I want to say it to their face. So I'm going to go in their comments as the Love and Liberty channel and say, let's debate this. I'll get creative. I'll try to inspire them to accept my invitation, and we'll see what happens. Because these conversations need to be had. At the end of the day, what we hope is we can get them to apologize and say, I should have never said that. That's way out of bounds. I was dealing with something personal in my life, and I shouldn't have said that. I apologize. That's what we're hoping for. But we're not letting them get away with it until they apologize. We got to call these people out, put them on our channels, put them on blast. Because if you're talking crazy, you're looking for attention. Let's give it to them. But let's do it in a constructive way that help the youth not become that. Yo, Jason says I'm over by where you work. Hey, Jason, you got any leads on what hotel the team is in? I'm looking for the buses. I just thought it'd be cool. We might catch a coach. We might catch Shador's personal cameraman, Travis's personal cameraman. It's not about, I'm not trying to bug the players before they play, but everybody around the team has a story. Everybody, we got to chat with Sam, Coach Prime's personal assistant, at Shador's interview. That was pretty cool. So, you never know. You never know. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a little shot here while I catch up with the chat. All right. Scrolling back. James Brooks says, love your body of work. Thank you, James. Buffs 34, Jayhawks 26. I love that too, from Jackson, Mississippi. Much love from Kansas City tonight. M. Favor says, but KSU and the refs cheated, so they want to be cheaters. That must have happened a few minutes ago. I'm not really following. Now my mind's wrapped up on this podcast because I just, I don't know. I guess I got a little optimistic and thought maybe we were past that with it seemed like all the haters that were saying that crazy stuff, like calling people shit stains, like that dehumanizing stuff. it seemed like that had really cooled off in the last few weeks. And I was really enjoying that. I was really enjoying just celebrating Coach Prime and what the Buffs are doing. Fata 007 says, I live in KC. It's cold outside, folks. Inside or at bars. LOL. Yeah, the bars were packed. I'm not trying to, you know, they're already looking at me walking by with my Buffs hat on and the gimbal. So I'm not trying to just like stand there and film inside the bars, but they are packed, way more packed than Boulder bars, I would say. It reminded me of like Nashville, Clemson on a tiny level, because that's a little tiny town with one main street, but every one of the 10 bars on that street would just be shoulder to shoulder. All right. M Favors says, do you really think they are worth your energy? M Favors, it's about, you don't give them more energy than you can afford. That's what it is. You don't let them take energy when you're like right now. I'm not going to let them take me out of the stream. You know, I'm going to get to it when I get to it, but I'm going to have some energy set aside for them. And then, yes, it's worth it, because you don't know if their cousin, their brother, their mom, their aunt, their uncle, their friend, you don't know who is watching, because like I was raised by those type of people, and they tried to, not actually, no, my mom and my dad were not, but it was the rest of my family. Not the rest, but just pockets on both sides. And enough of them to where it's like a significant portion of my family, and hearing other people argue with them helped me understand how full of shit they were. As a child, I realized my know-it-all uncle was actually a moron. He was just a bigot with insecurity issues, you know. And anyway, so the energy is worth it when you have the energy to spend. And every now and then, it's like picking up some trash on the sidewalk. You just do it because it's the right thing to do. To just be like, to defend a good person who's being attacked for no reason. I don't think there's enough of that in society. But that's just me. But I got time today. Not right now, I got time tomorrow after the game. All right. Terry Marie, Kansas podcast, dehumanizing Deion Jr., basically calling him names that have nothing to do with football. And I just want to confront them as a channel and ask them if they want to debate or talk about it face to face, because, well, you can rewind the video, because we did give them too much time of this little broadcast already. All right, Jason says 1 second, and I'll tell you. Jason might have the hotel. So y'all see, we got all these nice buildings. There's a lot of nice hotels around here. I know they're not at the Courtyard by Marriott, but we're gonna see if we can find the buses, find the team, see if we get an interview with anybody like auxiliary members of the team, anything like that. You guys hear there's a lot of street racing and hot rods in Kansas City. Avanti says it was on the Could Be Wrong podcast. Could Be Wrong. Yeah, that's a fitting name. Cold Weather Music Groups took the words out of my mouth right under that. I'm reading it now, but he said fitting name, right? That's what I was thinking. Jason says they might be at the Loews downtown. All right, I looked at the Loews online. Pictures looked a little different, but it's close to some of the other hotels, so let's check it out. We'll head there next. Cold Weather Music Group says W. Jason, Good Time Chaser, salute my boy. All right, Jason, if you see where I am and you're still here, can you direct me to the Loews, or I gotta pull up the app, because I don't want to jeopardize the stream. Usually the Loews is gonna have a big light marquee on the building, so I'm just gonna keep my eyes out unless Jason tells me. And if we don't find it in this block here, I'll pull up my app. M Favor says, okay, enough said, give them all the smoke. That's what I'm saying. You know, it's just whatever doesn't deplete us. If we got time, if we got energy, it's just like running it up on the football field and teaching somebody who was talking shit like Colorado State a lesson. Like, all right, let's go. Y'all want to talk shit? And it's a debate. You know, nobody gets hurt in a debate, just some pride. but the kids might learn something. All right, we're looking for the Loews. Oh, look, y'all. I told you. There you go. I told you it would have a light on the building. Y'all, this is the season of destiny. I don't know if you can see that on the stream, but that's the Loews building right there. There we go. We were right beside it. That actually does look like it could be it from the structure of the building. Because of the way those big dual escalators were inside, it's got to be something substantial like that. So we're gonna go over there, see if we see any buses. We gotta go a little sky bridge or something to get over there. Wait. Good Time Chaser says the road to 5K subscribers. Yes, sir. It's crazy. It was like yesterday we had 200 subscribers, bro. It was like yesterday. Yesterday we had like 50 subscribers. Like 200 subscribers yesterday, like 300. You guys are amazing. I don't know if I would have driven 9.5 hours to Kansas City if you guys hadn't supported the channel like this, because it just helps, man, because the diesel fuel is expensive. The time is expensive. The tickets are expensive. But the little bit of YouTube ad revenue from you guys just watching the channel, it really helps like offset all of that enough to be like, you know what? I'm going. Let's do this. So shout out to all you guys for making this possible. Shout out to the team, Coach Prime first and foremost, for blessing us with this entertainment and these life lessons and this inspiration. Shout out Bucky for innovating a new way of sports coverage that we've never seen before. It's a good time to be a buff, y'all. KC is not expensive. I'm not even staying in a hotel room in KC. I'm staying in the Sprinter van. But the diesel fuel ain't cheap. The tickets to the game ain't cheap. That's what I'm saying. The parking pass is $100. To park tomorrow costs $100. So, I mean, is Kansas City cheap? I don't know. That has nothing to do with this conversation. I'm not staying. I'm sleeping in the Sprinter van. So, all right. Hold up. I'm gonna give you guys a view. This looks like it could be the hotel. I don't see a walk sign. Let me not get hit up. Yeah, let me not get hit. And then we're gonna walk around this hotel. I'm gonna see if I see any buses. And we're both confused because look, it's a flashing red light. There's no pedestrian signs. Telling this car, come on. Okay, it's like a four-way stop. I got you now. I got you. All right. Okay, we're gonna look for buses. What's up, chat? What's up? Okay. Says the buses won't be back till morning. That makes sense. Drop them off. Park the buses somewhere else. That makes sense. Because where are you gonna park the buses around here? I wonder if we can walk in the Loews lobby and just act like we're staying here. Before I try any of that social engineering stuff, I'm gonna catch up with the chat, see what you guys are saying. I just wanna make sure I'm in a safe place and that you guys have a decent view to look at while I'm standing still. Let's try this. Yeah, here we go, that's a good view. There we go. All right, let's catch up. All right, Crime Time says, hey, are you from KC? Nah, Crime Time, I am from Boulder. I live in downtown Boulder, walking distance from the stadium. That's why most of the stuff you'll see on this channel is all live stuff from Boulder. That's my neighborhood. And Boulder, more like a big neighborhood than a city, to tell you the truth. Good Time Chaser says, hell yeah, we gonna get you on 500K by next year with Juju on board. Let's go. Let's go from your mouth to Destiny's ears. Good times, Chaser. I can guarantee you this, the more leverage we get on this channel, we will do some crazy stuff, y'all, because I got time, I got freedom, nothing but support from Mrs. Love and Liberty as far as me being my, kind of out there self. So it could get crazy, you guys, but we'll see. We're having fun no matter what happens. This right here, tonight is amazing. This season is amazing. So everything else is icing on the cake. Mathematic, yes sir, I got the tracking number before I left Boulder. It hadn't arrived yet though, I don't think, before I left yesterday. Alex Connolly says, did you travel from Boulder? Yeah, I drove here in a Sprinter van. It took 9.5 hours. Crime Time says, I wonder what hotel they're staying at. We think they might be at the Loews, which is this hotel right here. So we're gonna see what we can see after I get done catching up with you guys in the chat. We think they might be in that hotel right there. David says to hop on the trolley and check out the Power and Light District. All right. I saw that was a cool place. TWB says, I got fam in the Negro Leagues Hall of Fame. Homestead Grays catcher relieved Josh Gibson. That's amazing, TWB. That's amazing. I would love to get to check that out. I don't know if I will have time on this trip. We'll see. Marie says, last weekend I paid $60 for parking in an old lot by Folsom Field. Yeah, it's 100 here. It's 50 here, but for the Sprinter van, you have to buy 2 passes. They make me buy 2. I mean, it makes sense because it takes up 2 spaces, so it becomes $100. But hey, it's worth it. YouTube ad revenue is, let that siren go by. YouTube ad revenue, when you guys watch the ads, that helps pay for this stuff. Like, it really makes a difference. I don't think I would be able to be here without the YouTube ad revenue, and it's just because of you guys clicking on the videos. And so I just always can't say enough that I appreciate it. I love you guys. It means the world. And I want to do my best to bring you guys whatever kind of live footage on the ground that I can that will bring value to this community. Another vote for Power and Light District from Alan Wyatt. All right, we'll head there after we resolve this hotel situation. TWB says, one of the first black officers in the U.S. Army. Salute from a former Marine. Jason says it's 34 in Kansas City right now. It doesn't feel that cold. It feels about 40. M. Favor says, see if anybody's set up in the lobby. Yep, that's where we're going. Next. James Brooks says, great view. Cold Weather Music Group's going to try to find out where the team's staying. Juan says, West Virginia, D.C. area supports you, bro. Thank you, Juan. Shout out to the East Coast. TWB says 42-13. Let's go. Let's go, Buffs. Marquez says, why don't you just hit up a player DM and see which hotel they're at? David says, I think the price is high in KC due to the game being at Arrowhead. David, all I know is that the Colorado Buffaloes are the most expensive team in college football. I saw that a couple of days ago. They have the most expensive tickets of any team in college football is the Buffs. So that's the blessing and the curse of the Prime effect. IV4, who is your team? I am ride or die Coach Prime. So I'm a bandwagon Buff because Coach Prime is there. I live in Boulder. I've been in Boulder for 15 years, but I'm a Buffs fan because of Coach Prime. I went to Clemson. Yeah, Debbie says Marquez, the players will get in trouble. Yeah, that's I wouldn't put them in that position. I wouldn't ever put a player in a position that could potentially, nothing. It would have to be 100% above board. So I wouldn't try to ever snake information like that. I mean, if they're being allowed to post and their Instagram posts give it away, that's not a direct tie to them. Like, that's not Coach Prime pinning it on any person. And then I'm not involved with anybody doing anything they're not supposed to do. Man, let me just say the traffic in Kansas City is horrific. Y'all, that looks like, no, that's not, okay. That's not Coach Prime. But Coach Prime rides around in a caddy like that, among some other vehicles. M Favors, make sure you are using a cashback credit card or airline points. Oh yeah, you already know. You know. Yep, all that. It's a LLC. All that, as LaJonte says. DJ J-Rod, love your content. I can't wait for the Buffaloes to bring you onto the media team. Respect DJ J-Rod. Thank you, man. That means a lot. Patrick Grant, Clemson, South Carolina. What's up, Patrick? Tiger Town in the house. CLEMSONTIGERS. All right, we ain't on that energy this week, but hey, I've been on that energy since I went there. And for 15 years, I just watched from Boulder, and we went to some of the playoff games, some of the national championship games against Alabama. And I love college football, but I never went to Buffs games, even though I was interested, just because they were getting blown out. But Coach Prime was my childhood hero. So I've been in Boulder for 15 years, then my childhood hero gets dropped in to change everything. Oh my God. Can y'all imagine? You can imagine, because you're here, like you're here with me. You're seeing everything that I'm seeing. And I'm telling you guys how, you know, I don't have to tell y'all, you already know. Bush League, they're more than likely staying in Kansas. Oh yeah, they're somewhere, they're probably in this hotel right behind us. This is the Loews. We think they're in there. I'm gonna go try to get in the lobby, but I'm just gonna catch up to the chat. Good Time Chaser says that Love and Liberty keeps it a buck. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Life's too short. Life's too short to edit yourself. And that's another reason I love Coach Prime. Coach Prime helped me learn that as a young man. Not to edit myself in front of my family. And it's scary to stand up to your family when you're young. But Dion, Coach Prime, I don't know what it is, y'all. I don't know what the magnetism is that, like, as a young person had me so inspired that it just made it so easy to see through my family who is the wrong way and be like, nah, I'm riding with Deion Sanders. And then of course my mom is like an angel. She preached love, 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 all that stuff. But she didn't really stand up to our sideways family members the way that I did once I got to be a teenager. And it wasn't just because of Coach Prime. It was the athletes that I played football and basketball with, and their families influenced me a lot. Coach Prime, and I don't know. You don't pick the family that you're born into, but you pick the tribe you surround yourself with. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And Coach Prime builds a tribe. Like, he builds a community that you can see around him. That's people like him. The players, when he says smart, fast, tough, disciplined with character, that character is not a throwaway word. You meet these guys, you see how these guys move, and you realize that the character and the smart are just as important to him as the fast and the tough and the discipline. All right, I'm scrolling back through the comments. Lisa A, cheering on from Minnesota, also a Chiefs fan, used to live in Kansas. Arrowhead is outstanding. Yo, Lisa, it was crazy. I was outside of Arrowhead looking at how massive it was. It just looked beautiful. It looked really cool. And I had no idea the players were on the field at that moment. So when y'all see my little short that I was filming, that was literally the same time the players were on the field taking all those Instagram videos, and I had no idea, like no clue. We both showed up. I drove here from Boulder. They flew here and then hopped on a bus, and we both got to the stadium at the exact same time. That was crazy. I didn't see any of them, but I got in the van and I saw all the Instagram videos. I was like, oh my God, they're there right now. That's crazy. All right. Josh Young, I can't remember what section I'm in. I'm on the 50-yard line, but at the front of not the lower section on the 50-yard line, but the next section up above that at the 50. I'll make sure, I'm gonna try to take whatever kind of footage I can inside the stadium tomorrow. We'll see. I'll definitely at least get pictures and some videos from where I'm at. If I can like live stream pregame or halftime, I'll do that too. Edgar Joe Jr., thanks for the live, brother. Much love. Thank you, Edgar. What's in your yard? My boy Liddy in the city. You already know. Terry Marie, I want to see inside of the hotel. Okay, let's go. IV4, are you streaming live tomorrow? Yes, I am. Starting live tomorrow at all the tailgates. We're just going to walk around the parking lot, interview people, see who's raging, see what the tailgate scene is like. Whatever we can see. You guys who want to will be there with me. I got a battery pack, so you know the phone is not gonna die. The gimbal will be fully charged. And right now, guys, we're walking around the Loews Hotel because I have not seen an entrance yet. And this is the third side we've walked around, so I'm guessing the entrance is on the fourth side. But we're gonna see if we can just walk into the lobby or if they have a doorman who screens us. We're gonna find out. Sweet Caroline, it's about, somebody said it was 30 degrees. To me, it feels more like 40. But here, I'll show you guys how I'm bundled up here, if I can. I'm nice and warm. So, you know, I can go this way if I need to. You know, but it's not that cold. So, all right, here we go. Okay, hotel parking. Okay, this is like an entrance up here. All right, so I'm not gonna talk too much when I try to walk in. I'm just gonna act low key, like we're staying here, and see if we can get in the lobby. Because you guys request, I do. Oh. Now here's a question. Okay, here we go. We got the Bentley. Y'all see that? Hey, smooth with it. You gotta act like you know what you're doing. Yo, so this sign said towards the convention center. So we're gonna see what's in the convention center. But hey, you guys saw the lobby is full of people. Didn't see any Buffs players, but there's something going on here. I see a lot of black and gold. Yeah, here we go. Hey, this is it. I recognize the, well, I don't know about the carpet. Look at the carpet, y'all. It's different. Or, I don't know. Is this it? I think this is it. Security guard beelining for us, y'all. He's beelining for us, so we kind of walking the other way. Stephanie, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Stephanie. That's amazing. We really, really appreciate it. Stephanie, you the GOAT right now. You the GOAT, Stephanie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Jason. All right. All right. All right, thanks for letting us see your hotel, Loews. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. It looks like we're off to where'd Jason say we were going? Okay, Jason, could you point me towards the Sheraton at Overland Park?
Sheraton?
If you don't know off the top of your head, it's cool. Okay, cool. He's like, bro, I work for Loews. Who the you asking me about Sheraton for? Touche, touche. Look at the Bentley, y'all. It's beautiful. Some engineering. Some lovely engineering. Love it. All right, now we're gonna have to find the Sheraton in Overland Park. I'm gonna get you guys a good view of the city to look at, and then I'm gonna get in the chat and see if Jason can tell me where to go. 30 minutes from me. Well, how sure of a thing is it? Because I'll drive over there and just restart the stream or keep the stream going, whatever you guys want me to do. But I don't want to go over there and then find out that they're not there, because that would be a bust. Because downtown is beautiful. I like walking around, showing you guys the sights, chopping it up about the Buffs, talking about the game tomorrow. But if it's 100% that they're there and you guys want me to go over there, it's done. It's a done deal. So you guys figure out what you want me to do. Figure out 100% if they're there, and we'll make a call. All right, let me catch up with the chat with this little vignette we got right here. Cold Weather Music Group says W Loews. Man, they were looking at me crazy, but I just, just kept walking. Like, I know what I'm doing, and they just let me go. They're definitely partying in there. They were getting litty, y'all. Whatever was going on, they were getting shwasted. Josh Young says 5 minutes from my house. Hey, Josh Young, where they're staying or where I'm at now? M Favor says Google it on your other phone. My other phone is in the Sprinter van, but we're gonna start walking back to the Sprinter van. Good Time Chaser, don't give up, we getting warm. Hey, I'm here if you guys are here. Cold Weather Music Group, how close to the stadium are you? I've gone to the stadium and back to the stadium and then past the stadium, but if my bearings are correct, I'd say it'd take me about 10 minutes to get there from here, mainly just because the roads here are like spaghetti. It's like driving in Atlanta. If you guys driven in Atlanta, that's what these Kansas City roads remind me of, and the drivers are horrible. I mean, there's some bad Colorado drivers, but I've driven through Kansas City a lot. I haven't stayed in Kansas City, but I've driven through here on my way back to my family in Tennessee from Colorado a good bit, and I hate driving through Kansas because of the way these people drive. And now I'm like, oh, it's because of the way these roads are designed to make people furious like Atlanta roads are. All right. Oh, DNVR is in Overland Park. Yeah, they always stay where the team plays. That's very solid. I was looking at their stuff before I came out, and I hadn't found anything that showed me where they were. So I did try to see where DNVR was, but I was unsuccessful, so thank you guys. All right, David says downtown is amazing. I would not take the drive. So David votes keep walking around Kansas City and leave Overland Park. Josh Young says stay downtown and enjoy the scenery. They're on curfew. Yep, exactly. I was hoping to find, you know, somebody like Smitty, the Nike guy, or Coach Mo, or Travis's camera guy, or Shador's camera guy. There's a lot of these people that are always around the team that you guys sometimes see in well-off videos. Sometimes Bucky introduces them, sometimes he doesn't. But if you're walking around the stadium, if you're going to the games, you're at all the Buffs walks and stuff, you start to see these faces, especially like Travis has a dedicated cameraman who does all his stuff, and Shador has a dedicated cameraman that does all his stuff. But there's people like that around the team. So I was hoping more to run into one of those people because I'm not trying to get any of the players in trouble. All right, back to the chat. Donnie King says, show is around. You are my eyes all the way from the Netherlands. Yes, sir, Donnie. Okay, we're going to get back to walking. I'm just going to make sure I didn't miss any, I don't want to be rude, missing anybody in the chat. So I'm just scrolling through, making sure. Josh Young lives in Overland Park. Hell yeah. Are there riverboat casinos in KC? Go there. Hey, I've got some very interesting bets on the game tomorrow, so I'm good. I'm just waiting on the edge of my seat for my parlays to hit, and I always post receipts and show you guys the receipts of the bet, so you'll find out how I do. All right. Catching up with the chat. Catching up. Man, you guys are lit. I appreciate it. All right, okay, we're going to keep walking. Okay, several people have said the Power and Light District. I also saw the Power and Light District recommended just, I don't know what I was looking at, some webpage. But is that a walk from here? Is that somewhere I should walk from here? Or are we just gonna just keep walking around the big pretty buildings, and then, you know, there's always sights to see in new cities, and you never know as the night goes on. One of my friends that knew that I was coming down here, and he's known me for a long time, he knows my personality. He said, hey bro, you should, if you see some Kansas people, you just ask them what they think about Coach Prime if Kansas isn't involved. And that's a very simple question, but also I think it could get some interesting reactions, good and bad. You know it, bro. Hey, Love and Liberty on YouTube. Love and Liberty. He was trying to troll, but he don't know we're gonna convert him as a fan. He don't know. All right. Wild Dog in the house. Fidama Doth in the house. Donnie King, I think the score is going to be 38-31. That's my prediction, 38-31. But I don't think it's going to be that close. I think Kansas is going to score a touchdown in garbage time. I think it's going to be like, 38-24, something like that. And then they score a touchdown at the end. See you just trying to run the clock out. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't think we've gotten all the jitters out of our system yet. I still think just talent-wise, physical-wise, dogness, that Kansas is not going to be able to beat them. CU's going to control the game, but I worry that it's going to be close. I would love if it was a blowout. I would be so happy. Oh my, this freaking commercial music is everywhere. We gotta run across on the jaywalk sign, but it's freaking commercial music, man. The algorithm, the algorithm pulls that stuff out from across the street, and Hey. Hey, Love and Liberty on YouTube. Hey, Kobe, I hope you're right. I hope you're right. And I believe they're ready. I don't know why. Looking at the stats, that's really what it was. Before I looked at the stats, I was more inclined to think 14, 21, and it still could be. Let's not get that twisted. I am definitely not saying the Buffs can't roll Kansas, because if the Buffs play up to their potential, they'll beat them 48-0. But I haven't seen them play up to their potential, but it doesn't matter because their potential is so high, they can play 70% and roll people by 30. And so, I'm worried about Kansas's quarterback running, Jalen, and I'm worried about Devin Neal, their running back. Yet at the same time, I was worried about Taj Brooks down at Texas Tech. I was worried about Corey Kiner, Cincinnati. I still, predicted those games pretty close. If you guys look back at my predictions, I was still close, but they really shut those dudes down. DJ Giddens just scarred me, man, but we missed 27 tackles that game. We missed 27 tackles against Kansas State, and that has not happened since. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's getting close. It feels like Christmas. Every game day feels like the night before Christmas now. And I just don't even want to sleep, but I know I have to because I got to have the energy, for tomorrow. But it's cool at this age in life to have something to feel that way about. And it's not that it's football. It's not an ego thing. It's seeing good men win. I'm so tired of seeing the worst people win. I want to see Coach Prime run it up. I want to see him get all the flowers, all the kudos, all the credit, and we're here to document it. All right, y'all, let me get a view here because the chat's going crazy. So let me make sure if anybody's trying to give me any directions. Wild Dog says 41-28. I love that. I think that's a good prediction. Fidama 39-21. I think that's a good prediction. These are all in bounds. Good Times Chaser says put your channel on the back of your shirt. Definitely going to get some merch. Definitely need some merch so people know who it is and they can subscribe. Maybe put a QR code on there or something. Cold Weather Group says, I know one thing. Colorado is the only team in America that has 283 viewers on a live stream looking for their team's hotel. Yes. There you go. Go Buffs. I don't know if that's good or bad, but hey, for me it's good, and I'm with you. It's 280 of us who are just can't get enough of this season because it's destiny, because we know that seasons like this do not come around every year. They don't come around every decade. Tomorrow is promised no one. So we seize these moments, we capture them, we savor them, we share them, we document them, and that's why we do it. That's why we're here. And the community that has built around Coach Prime is a community I've been looking for my whole life. I was telling my same friend that. I was like, because we've had a lot of different really cool experiences in life. Like, I've opened up for Grammy-winning artists multiple times in my life. I have been the CEO of a company at a young age and sold it. All other things too, where I thought I was gonna find my community, and it was just always disappointing. The people in the Buffs Coach Prime community are the people that I've been looking for, and it's people like Coach Prime who keep it real. They're self-confident. Either they're striving for a goal or they're always striving for a goal, but they're not tearing other people down. They're not threatened by other people succeeding. They like competition. They welcome competition. They exercise discipline, working steadily towards a goal every day, treating other people with respect by default. Little things, that we're taught as kids that most adults just don't do. but Coach Prime embodies. And this is the community I've really been looking for my whole life. I feel like it's the most authentic, most real, down to earth, good people from all over the world, all different ethnicities, socioeconomic backgrounds. Hey, we got some Buffs over there. Let's go, Buffs! All right, this is a cool view. Again, we're gonna catch up with the chat. Because guys, I apologize. When I'm walking, I cannot see the chat. I would get hit by a car. I'm scrolling back. Man, you guys are going off. It's hard to even scroll back to the last place I saw. Chloe, what's up, Chloe? Joshua says not the same team. Fidama says Micah is back. That's big news. I didn't know that. We could definitely use Micah. Although Augusta is averaging 4.5 yards a carry. And 4.5 yards a carry is money. They need to feed him, but I don't know what it is. I mean, I'm not going to down talk anybody on this team, but there's other running backs that just physically and resume wise look like they were going to be the guy. And it's just interesting how that stuff plays out. We got Iowa in the building. What's up, Iowa? What's up? Iowa's in a grumpy mood. Something not great happened for Iowa tonight, I guess. Checking out the chat. Chloe's Oklahoma City, what's up? Oh, Josh Young, you give me directions. Okay. Hey, I'm here for you to give me directions right now if you want to. I couldn't see him while I'm walking. But before I actually get going again. Hey, what's all the Iowa people in town for?
Basketball.
Oh, okay.
Hall of Fame.
Cool.
Deal.
Awesome. Basketball Hall of Fame deal. I wonder why they all look so grumpy. Why are they all grumpy? Oh, they lost. Okay. That's what I was saying. I was like, those do not look like happy. That looks like me after the Nebraska game. That looks like me, your boy after the KSU game. Donnie King, safety first. I'm happy you're there and can show us around. Yes, sir, you already know. Cold Weather Music Group, Augusta has confidence now after breaking that big one. Did somebody say, oh, she said go Hawks. I thought she said go Buffs. I got distracted. All right. Did I just see a sign that says 5-cent cigars? I don't know. Tell me if I missed that. I'll take a 5-cent cigar. I need an extra set of eyeballs when I'm doing this. All right, yeah, we got a lot of people in the chat saying Iowa took a L. Okay. Yeah, that's what it looked like. I was like, it's a bunch of Iowa people in Kansas City, and they all look very, very grumpy. And here's more of them coming now. So, yeah, I understand. That was me walking home from the KSU game. Stephanie, you are so amazing. Thank you so much for the love. It means so much. Every little bit goes towards diesel, goes towards parking passes, whatever. And you guys don't have to do any of that. I'll never ask you guys to do that. But when you show love, I got to show you love back because I think it's amazing. It's amazing. And just the ad revenue from you guys watching the videos, it helps everything so much make this possible. I wouldn't have made this trip without that little bit of ad revenue, and that's all thanks to you guys. So I'm gonna bring it up whenever super chat hits because it's real and it's appreciated and it's love. Backdoor merch is coming down. Yeah, there we go. I need an extra set of eyeballs. And maybe a tour guide. Hey, some of you Kansas City locals, where I parked, it was 1 hour parking up until 6 p.m. So I got there after 6 p.m. So like I'm good for like multiple hours, right? Like I cannot come back to the Sprinter van being towed. But I feel pretty confident. It was street parking. It said 1 hour till 6 p.m. It was after 6. I think I should be good. I'm trying to find another parking sign that looks like that one so I could show you guys, but the ones down here are different. Oh, Marie. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Marie. I don't even know what to say. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. It means more than you know. It just triples down my commitment to, you know, whenever there's something like the Shador interview or the Buff Walk or whatever it is, I'm gonna get on the front row for you guys. If it's a hotel, I'm just gonna walk in and film and ask for forgiveness, not permission. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here to get you guys whatever I can. I appreciate you. And you guys get to direct the show. I'm just here to be your eyes on the ground, wherever I can be. Tomorrow we're gonna live stream all around the tailgates. Try to interview some fans, both sides of the ball. If I see other people videoing in the stadium, then I will live stream the pregame. If they're being strict with cameras, I'm not gonna risk getting kicked out because that's what the rules are. The rules are for their stadium, if they catch you videoing or live stream, they can just take your phone and kick you out and tell you to have a nice day and get the F out of there. So we do not want that to happen. Okay. Hey, Fadama, thank you. Donnie King, thank you. Backdoor, let me know if I need to hold up somewhere. Oh, P&L, Power and Light is on my right. Okay, so Power and Light is over there. That's Power and Light District. I'll head over there. Wild Dog says start up a membership. What's your Cash App? The only Cash App I have right now, Wild Dog, is a personal one. And I'm trying to keep everything with this on the LLC, so I will set one up. That's a great idea. I appreciate that. I'll get a Cash App set up. I've seen some other channels do that. But I also don't want you guys to ever feel like that's necessary or required, because again, the ad revenue when you guys watch the videos helps so much. But those are good ideas, and definitely the more that everything that comes into this channel goes back into this channel, goes into equipment, goes into travel, goes into anything that can possibly make this channel better. And I'm just thinking, like, I consume all of the Buffs content. What do I want to see more of? And so when I started this channel, I was like, I want to see, if I wasn't there, I would want to see more live stuff from the events. So the way we could expand in the future, we can actually do multi-camera feeds from one channel. So if I have my buddy with another camera feed and say maybe Mrs. Love and Liberty or just one other person, we could have 2 cameras in 2 different locations and a producer switching between. But we don't have to do that, you know? It's just, there are a lot of ways to grow from a one-person run and gun channel. And I have that stuff, you know, kind of in my imagination if we ever get there. But at the same time, just walking around with the gimbal and the iPhone is fun too, chopping it up with you guys. So we'll see what happens. All right. Let me stop. I'm gonna give you guys a view of the T-Mobile Center, and we're gonna see if anybody's telling me how to keep getting to the Power and Light. Joshua Young says you won't get close, floors are blocked off, and try something in OP, you're done for. I'm confused what you're talking about right there. I talked about too many things and now I lost track of what you were responding to. Fine wine, why they're disclosing where they're staying. Yeah, that's a good, I mean, I'm sure they're not supposed to. I think we just have some detectives that have figured it out. And I was hoping to run into somebody like Smitty from Nike, Coach Mo, Brian Howell, you know, the DNVR guys. I'm not trying to, I'm definitely, you will never catch me like going up to a player, knocking on a room, nothing like, no. I'm not trying to go find the players. I'm trying to find people in proximity with the team, with DNVR, just making connections. Just because if a bunch of people do know where the team is at, that's just an epicenter of Buff action. There's going to be a bunch of fans there. There's going to be Kansas fans there. So in other words, there is content there. There's content there without jeopardizing any of the players or anything like that. But since that's 30 minutes away from where we are and the chat just wants us to walk around, who's yelling over there, y'all? I can't even hear myself talk. Okay. I just passed a sign that said Power and Light District. I see. Here we go. Yeah, I'm looking at the chat. I'm looking at the video screen. It's hard to see it all, y'all, but I appreciate you letting me know. Okay, so this is it? I mean, it's pretty, but I felt like the other part of downtown was prettier. I don't feel like we're seeing what the locals wanted us to see yet. Yeah, Henry, I hear you. I think we've given up on that. Okay, cross the street, walk between the stadium. There you go. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Cross the street, walk between the stadium. There you go. Easy enough. Oh my goodness, who is Miss Ivytude? What? $20 super chat. That's crazy. Thank you so much, Miss Ivytude. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Miss Ivytude. It all goes back into the channel. I can't tell you how much it means to us. Just thank you. Thank you. Hey, the door's open. Hey, somebody said you could walk through to the other side. I'm not from here. I'm just trying to get to the other side. Did I have to go outside? What do you mean? I'm just trying to show people the Power and Light District, and they said walk between the stadium and go to the other side from that side. Oh, that way.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
All those buildings on this side.
Okay, cool. What's going on in here tonight?
Basketball games.
Tournament? Oh, right on. Cool. Thanks, man. Yo, so he said Power and Light is that way. So let me get my bearings from the chat. That's pretty though, y'all. It's very pretty. All right, backdoor says correct. Okay, gotcha. Wild Dog says team hotel information gets out. Besides, it's usually the same couple of places. Not hard to figure out. Like here, the Crescent, Moon, and Uptown Dallas, primary spot. Yeah, they usually have their go-tos. Yeah, salute Miss Ivytude. Salute all the super chats tonight. I wish you guys could see my screen. I've got like, I just got to find a better app for live streaming. I keep trying different ones, so it's not like I'm doing the same one every time. And here I am around the commercial music and about to get flagged. So let me get out of the way of that. It's a lot to think about when you're live streaming that I never really realized before. Not that it's like, it's not like high IQ work or anything, but it's just watch out for cars, watch the chat, show something interesting on the stream. Don't get commercial music in the background. You know, don't be boring. don't put angry people on camera that don't want to be on camera. But hey, it's a beautiful night. It's a bunch of beautiful people in the chat, and let's keep walking around the Power and Light District, because we're 30 minutes away. We're giving up on the team's hotel. I think some people were taking that the wrong way. I don't want to rehash what we were trying to do. We're not trying to go paparazzi people. We're trying to just go make connections. Whether it's, Jake from DNVR might be sitting at the bar drinking a whiskey. I would like to meet Jake or Ryan. I love watching those guys. You might see Uncle Neely having a drink at the bar. That's what we were looking for. We're not looking to paparazzi the players, but if I was live streaming and I walked up to Uncle Neely, I would definitely say hello, ask him if I could ask him a couple of questions for the chat, and I'm pretty sure he would be down. So that's all we were looking to do. This really is a pretty city though, y'all. Like I said, I've driven through here a lot, but not stopped and stayed. I've definitely never walked around downtown. Hold up. They got dispensaries in Kansas City? What? How did I not know that? All right, catching up with the chat. David said ask for the entrance to the P&L. I mean, David, here's a sign right here. He told me, I'm gonna sit here, you tell me what to do, David, because here's Power and Light. I was in there. He told me it's this way. I'm gonna stay right here till David tells me. On the Missouri side, so that's Missouri right there. That's crazy. Yo, Josh Young, when you say wrong way, but I'm turning the camera different ways, if y'all could tell me a street to walk down or a neon sign, Power and Light District, the entrance.
This is right here.
That's what I was telling them, but they're telling me it's not. Yeah.
Down to Walnut to the left, and then it's like facing this way.
Okay. Okay, go down to Walnut.
Right here, take a left, and you'll see the metal detectors, all that. Then you'll
My guy.
You trying to get in?
I'm just trying to show YouTube wants to see the Power and Light District.
Yeah, go that way, and then you'll be good.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one. All right, there we go.
Hey, you telling YouTube? Hey, Bob,
Yeah. What's up?
Tell YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Interactive Sports Museum, the one-on-one, and National Men's Collegiate Basketball Hall of Fame.
Hell yeah.
Open, 4 days a week, Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay.
Interactive games, working on everything from fundamentals to, have you never been?
No, I mean, I came from Boulder to see the game tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yep. Yeah, but I'm going to be here I'm not going to leave till like Sunday, so.
So let me get your info between now and then, and I'll give you an official tour of the space, and then you can.
Oh, dude.
Bet.
Yeah,
bet. Real quick, I'll be right.
That's amazing. Yeah, I'll wait. All right, y'all, we're going to get a tour of the basketball museum tomorrow. That's what I'm talking about, making connections. So hold up, let me mute this music. Hold up. I'll mute it. I'll be right back.
Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, any and everyone in the game of college basketball has or will be inducted into our Hall of Fame as we are the one of one.
Wow.
And
That's excellent.
Tomorrow we'll be able to see a little bit more about that and how the facility fully immerses you into the game of basketball.
Wow.
And how it also transforms into an event space and other things of that nature. So,
That's amazing, dude.
yeah, can I give you my info and then we link up
Absolutely, absolutely. I would love to.
So my name's Jamar, sorry by the way. I am our Director of Basketball Operations. So we do youth, high school, collegiate, games, camps, clinics. And I'm also our Director of Events and Sales, where we do company, corporate sales, bar mitzvahs, bar mitzvahs, project graduations, lock-ins, proms, fashion shows.
And y'all, this is the
Everything
men's
that you can think of.
official basketball Hall of Fame, the
for
one
sure.
and only.
The one of one.
And what was your name again, bro?
Jamar.
Jamar. It was
Brown.
great to meet you.
You as well.
Can I give you, since I'm streaming right now, can I give you my YouTube channel?
Absolutely.
And if you drop in the comments, however I could get in touch with you, that would be the easiest way for me to get it right now, because this is the only phone I have with me right now.
Yeah, because that's your. Yeah.
Yep.
Let me just go to my notes, and then you give me your YouTube channel.
Yep,
You said?
and it's
Okay.
real easy. It's real easy to find. It's Love and Liberty.
Love and Liberty.
Yep. Yep, you'll find it.
Easy enough.
Yep, and like,
and we can wrap through there.
and I'll get a lot of footage and do whatever you guys want to do with it.
Let's say tomorrow. Noon. I'll take you to lunch, and then.
Oh,
after
no.
that-
Tomorrow is the football game. What about Sunday?
Sunday. Sunday
Or tomorrow evening after the game? Yeah, I'll give you my phone number. Let me put my phone number in there. Yeah. I'll put my phone number and you just text me.
Yep. Mine will come in different. It's a 772 number, a Florida number.
Okay.
But boom.
Jay. All right, man.
J&J.
Yes, sir.
I can't wait to show you tomorrow, man.
I can't wait to see it. This sounds tight.
If are you going to the Power Line District as well?
Yeah.
Man, come here. I'll take you up to Mosaic, which is one of the most popular places in there. One of our good buddies is working the door. Our other good buddy, Ty. Clark Ty is what he calls himself, DJ and fans. These are working partnerships that we have going on as we share, the space with each other. And the more that you can add for your clients and your attendees, the better time that they'll have. So.
All right, y'all. There's a purpose to this. There's a purpose. Thank you. Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay. All right, y'all. All right. He's taking us a shortcut so we didn't have to walk around the whole building. The little local shortcut. And when we walk by the commercial music, I gotta mute it, but I'll unmute it as soon as I can. Y'all, this is the Power and Light District. They're just playing a bunch of commercial.
Right, we haven't hit no other pub yet. KC.
So Guy Fieri's.
And kind of do your thing, and we'll regroup tomorrow.
All right, y'all, that is the Power and Light District. He was just giving me the rundown. They're just blasting this commercial music, so I'm gonna try to get behind the speakers so I don't have to have it muted. But he said it's not limited to this area. This is just part of the Power and Light District. You guys can see the sign up there. But we got a Guy Fieri's bar, so it's a lot of different like pubs, bars. The bartender he was introducing us to, he said she makes the best drinks in the whole place. So if you guys come here, the Pendergast bar, that's what he was saying. He was saying if you get drinks, get them from her. Apparently she knows how to pour them nice and strong. And yeah, you guys want to see the Power and Light District? They're playing commercial music. That's why I'm talking nonstop and I gotta mute it, but I'll be right back. Hold up 1 second. All right, y'all. I hate having to mute for the commercial music. They got to figure that out with YouTube. Like, if you're live and you're streaming and you walk by a song, like, give them a cut of the ad revenue, but don't demonetize somebody's whole video. Because then we have to do crazy stuff like that, where he's giving me a great tour, but I'm having to mute it all because I'm also doing the stream that I don't want to get demonetized. So it is what it is for now, guys. If y'all want me to walk back through there slowly around everything, I would just have to mute the microphone. So I came out here so I can catch up with what you guys are saying in the chat. I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna give you this scene and I'm gonna scroll back in the chat and see what you guys are saying. Yeah, M Favors, be careful of tag teamers. I've been in New York City. I know all that, you know, like, this dude is the head, something to do with the men's basketball museum, and is going to give us a personal tour on Sunday. And what he was telling me is that all of the businesses in this area work together. Like, that's why he was showing me all of them. They send people to the basketball museum. He shows people the bars. He was just being a really nice dude. He was into the YouTube. He was asking me stuff about YouTube too. So some people see somebody with a camera and they're gonna try to hustle them. And I'm looking over my shoulder. Y'all know I ain't walking out here around here unprotected either. You know what I'm saying? Nevertheless, he had a good vibe. He's looking me in the eyes, talking very coherently, very intelligently. Did not seem like, he seemed like he was legit, and he was legit, and he gave us a great little tour. You guys just didn't get to get the full benefit because of the damn commercial music. It's so frustrating. Wild Dog says you ain't in Kansas. That's Funky Town. Wild Dog, Funky Town. Oh my God. David says he feels like he's not affiliated with any of these places. What's up, y'all? Say go Buffs. Yo, look, my boy got 2 friends with him. My boy taking 2 with him. Okay. Wild Dog said we're in Funky Town. Marie S with the looking eyes. David says this place used to be so lit. What happened? It is chilly. It is chilly out here. You see people that got gloves on, for sure. I should have my gloves right now. Henry Turner, the hotel near the convention center, if they have the lady boutique. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, Josh Young just left the team hotel. I live here and my office is over here. Beezy says, ski buffs? I'm guessing you meant SCO buffs, but we all ski too, so maybe you did mean ski buffs. Yeah, Chloe said he seemed genuine and cool. Yeah, that's the vibe I got. I look forward to I'm gonna film the basketball tour. He said it's the only men's basketball Hall of Fame in the world, and it's a whole interactive experience. It sounds like when you go through the museum, you're playing and learning basketball. I didn't really understand because he was like, there's nothing else like it. I just got to show it to you for you to understand, and you can film all of it. And I was like, bet, let's do that. And so he got my phone number. If he texts me, we're going to make it happen. And we'll see. Sweet Caroline says, looks like downtown Dallas or Fort Worth. Those are two places I haven't been, but I already got tickets to the Big 12 championship. You know what I'm saying? I already bought tickets. So we going to Dallas. Be the first time. In the Sprinter van, I forget how many states we've spent the night in. If Mrs. Love and Liberty is in the chat, she would know. But I haven't seen Miss Love and Liberty in the chat. But she's still in Boulder. She's staying with Pork Chop. But I think we've spent the night in something like 30-something states in the van, but not Texas. So we get to cross Texas off the list for the Big 12 championship. All right, Josh said, yeah, I'm in Missouri. I didn't even know I was in Missouri. I thought I was in Kansas. Wild Dog says, maybe you can connect hold music to the mute button at Love and Liberty. With the right app, absolutely. With the right app, I could do that. And as I've told you guys, I've been trying different ones, and it's like they all have a weak point. They all have something that's like borderline unforgivable. And so I keep trying other ones, and they'll correct the unforgivable thing from the other app, but then they'll have their own unforgivable thing. We're gonna get it figured out. We're gonna get it figured out. Doing streams like this, and going back and reflecting on things like that, Wild Dog, where it's like we need hold music, helps figure out, the eventual landing place of which app is going to be the best, considering, and the commercial music, it's just everywhere, man. It's terrible. That's what YouTube's really got to figure out. That's just, we won't go into that right now. You guys already know. All right, I'm gonna give you another view, catch up with the chat some more. All right, David says that was the heart of P&L. So see, our tour guide, Jamar, he knew. And when he took us in the bar, I was like, yo, bro, where are we going? Like, I'm going to lose service in here. And he was like, hey, Love and Liberty on YouTube. What license plate was that? Washington State? I thought it was North Carolina for a second. All right. Let me get in the chat. Yeah, so, Jamar took us through that pub. And I was like, yo, bro, where are we going? I'm going to lose service here. He's like, no, we're going. You wanted to see the Power and Light District, right? I'm taking you to the middle of it. And I was like, okay, we're in a bar. I didn't say that. I'm just thinking, and we pop out the other side, and there we are. So, yeah, Jamar was legit. That was a good dude. He just took time out of his night to help out the stream. He said, hey, are you streaming? I said, yeah. He's like, what are you doing? I told him, and he really wanted to promote. He wanted y'all to look up and check out the Men's Basketball Hall of Fame. That was his agenda. He's affiliated with the Men's Basketball Hall of Fame. He wants me to do a tour there and film it, show it to people. So we're gonna do that if he follows through, if he texts me. But that's what Jamar's motivation was. And you never know when somebody approaches you on the street. But you guys know I'm a Marine. Not that anything can happen to anybody, anytime, anywhere. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I keep my head on a swivel. Yeah, enough said. Josh Young says a lot of us are in section 105, 106. Wild Dog's in Dallas. Yeah, Wild Dog. We'll have to link up if you want to when I come down there for the Big 12. I would love that for sure. Let's make it happen. Hey, Wild Dog, another good idea. And if you guys see when I do like the digital studio, like the game analysis videos, stuff like that, the stuff that I do in my house, that's like original music that I play, before the stream starts and stuff on there. So I've got a bunch of little instrumental tracks and stuff that I can play. I just need an app that will facilitate that. Hey, David, you already know I looked that up before I crossed the state line. I love that about Kansas and Missouri. I won't say any words that the YouTube algorithm will hear me say, but one of the first things I Googled before I left Colorado. So you already know. You already know. Nobody watching the stream wants to run up on me and surprise me too bad, I promise. But again, you never take anything for granted. You never take any person for granted. Never take any situation, any moment. One thing you learn as you get over is anybody can get got. Keep your head on a swivel. Life is short. Tomorrow is promised to nobody. Take in every second. And that's what love and liberty is about too. It's like, if you don't know when your last breath is gonna be. You don't know when your loved one's last breath is gonna be. But if you're living with full love and full liberty, for me, having some near-death experiences, my takeaway was, when that time comes, I wanna know that I was full of love and full of liberty. Because to me, that's when I know I'm living my authentic self, my best life, who I really am, what I really wanna be doing. And so yeah, I'm not out here saying, ain't nobody's gonna mug me, nobody's gonna hustle me. It can happen to anybody. But I don't want you guys to worry, because I know what I'm doing. I'm a big boy. I stay prepared as best I can, and I take nothing for granted. Hey, Miss Ivytude, so the camera that fell out of my pocket, it wasn't damaged. It got a little scratch, and I do have the Best Buy plan on it. Like, I can take it back and get a brand new one, but if I take it back and get a brand new one, then I have to purchase another $150 care plan, and I just don't need to because the camera's fine. So that camera is fine. It just has a little bit of cosmetic scratches, not affect the lens or anything. What she's talking about, y'all, is at the last buff walk. Also, if you guys saw me on the well off video, I was so happy. I was so happy I made it to the well off video. But where I was in the well off video, I sprinted from there to the gate the players were walking into, because I wanted to get them coming off the bus, and then I wanted to get them going into the stadium. So I sprinted from the buses to the stadium, and I swore I had that pocket zipped. I was wearing Nike sweatpants with zipper pockets, and I just knew in my head that that pocket was zipped, and it wasn't. And when I started running, that DJI Pocket 3, it was in a little case, but it's only like a half case. If you guys know that camera, you'll know what I'm talking about. You can pull it right out of the case. So it flew up out of my pocket, it landed on the ground, it fell out of the case, but it was like the camera closes itself up. So the outside of it got a little scratched, but the lens was fine. Anyway, got some kind of club right here. I recognize this from my band touring days. This is the record bar. There we go. That's a rock band rig right there. You got the trailer for all the amps and drums and guitars and lights and smoke machines and whatever you got. And then you got the bunk bus for all the sweaty, nasty musicians who smell like things we can't mention. And I did that for years. That's how I met Mrs. Love and Liberty. She was on the front row of one of my shows, y'all. Mrs. Love and Liberty was on the front row, and that's how we met. And we've been together for 15 years, y'all. 15 years. Yeah, Josh Young, I hear you. Like, I'm not going to go to a strip club by myself, but if Mrs. Love and Liberty was here, she'd probably be down to go. And that's more fun anyway, right? It's more fun to go with your lady. She wouldn't care if I did go by myself. I just don't have any, I don't need to. I'm not, I love the beautiful female body, but I get to see one every night. It's a beautiful thing. Let's see. I am Riri watching from Virginia. What's up? What's up, Virginia? Let's see. Sweet Caroline, you got to watch for those 30.05 signs through in Texas. You will get caught up. Hey, what's that mean? I don't know what that means. You got to watch for those 30.05 signs, though, in Texas. You would get caught up. Texas is just one place I've stayed away from. I've been to so many states, but not Texas. Texas changed up with the right to CC, we will say. If y'all want to see wild dogs, comment. And again, now with this app, I can't pin comments on the screen. It's so annoying. It's just crazy. Man. Okay, turn around. Wild Dog says front row, she knew what she was doing. Yes, she did, Wild Dog. And it wasn't just a random thing. Her sorority sister was dating one of our guitar players, and her sorority sister was getting her master's in psychology. So, you know, psychology was her thing, and she told her, she was like, you and him would be a great match. You need to make it happen. And she did. She made it happen. She made it happen. So, shout out, we'll just say Katie, without any last name. Shout out Katie for hooking up me and Miss Love and Liberty 15 years later. A psychology degree worked out for us. Hope it's working out for Katie as well. Definitely worked out for me and Miss Love and Liberty. Stephanie, you think I resemble Marc Broussard? That's funny. But yeah, super talented. Marc Broussard. Arranged marriage. Nah, not quite. We definitely had our say in making it work. Because right after we met, I moved to Colorado, and she moved to Birmingham to go to grad school. So we were like, there's no way this is gonna work. Like, neither one of us is trying to have a long distance Colorado to Birmingham relationship. But we just never could separate until we realized that we like just really wanted to be together no matter what. And that was that. What happened to the guy in 3 Light Apartments? Are we talking about Jamar from the basketball museum? And if Josh told me to turn around, where should we go that we haven't already seen? I thought, Modi Mill. I was born in the South. I grew up in Middle Tennessee in South Carolina. I went into the Marine Corps after high school. Then I went to Clemson. Then in Clemson is where I ended up joining a rock band that did pretty good. It became our full-time job for about 5 years. That's the only way we made money. We all lived in a nice house in Clemson together. Practiced, made music every day. It felt like we were living the dream. That's how I met Mrs. Love and Liberty. And it fell apart because we had so much success. We had so much success that we got big egos and we started fighting with each other, and we didn't take for granted what we had built until we exploded it into a million little pieces. And you know, it's not a sad story. It's just a story of learning not to take things for granted, of learning to build businesses. If you're going to have a partner, to choose them as carefully as you would choose a romantic partner. But anyway, just one life experience that a lot of good things came out of. Got to open for Blues Traveler, Marshall Tucker Band, some big reggae bands, a big reggae band now called The Movement we were good friends with. Anyway. Good times, and music connected me to the love of my life, so I would never do anything differently, except for I would definitely go back in my life in opportunities where I had a chance to be a better person. I would I would do that over. You know, we all have things where it's like, okay, I made a mistake, but it turned out okay, this or that. But like, you know, I've said things to people, people that were in my band that I'm talking about, who we really, like, I had a reason to say some things, but I would still take them back if I could, because it just wasn't necessary. And anyway, Josh, where should I go, man? I'm feeling like now we're going in circles. Mateo, what up? Love to San Francisco from Kansas City. Oh, David's in Nashville. Yeah, that's where my mom lives in Nashville, David. That's where my mom is at. Wild dog. You already know. You're cracking me up. Yeah, I am gonna walk back to the Sprinter because A, I want to make sure that the Sprinter is still there. That's number one. I gotta have peace of mind that the Sprinter van is still where I left it. We cannot have the Sprinter van go missing. But there was some cool stuff around the Sprinter van. But also, it's getting to that time of night where we should talk about anything we have left on the agenda and go ahead and get ready to wrap it up so we can get up bright and early and hit those tailgates. Because, man, the parking lot's open 4 hours before the game starts. I think the pregame warm-ups usually, in Boulder, the players usually get to the field 2 hours before kickoff. So, 2 hours of walking around the tailgate area, interviewing people, seeing, you know, is the tailgate scene going to be crazy? Is it going to be mild? Can we find DNVR? What's going on with that? That's what we'll do starting around like 10:30. Then around 12:30, I'll go into the stadium and may or may not be able to live stream the warm-ups. I'm going to feel it out. If there's other people recording, then I'm going to do it because, you know, there's safety in numbers. I know they're not going to kick everybody out, but if I'm the only person doing it, the rules say that they could kick me out. So we're just going to play it by ear. But yeah, right now we're going to make our way back to the Sprinter van, make sure that it's there, get this stuff wrapped up for the night. But I like these little parts of Kansas City too. Like this little place. This is just a cool little bar downtown, but it's like set apart from all the hustle and bustle. And it's just cool. Like, I love these little like shops and stuff in Boulder and Denver. I love seeing them in every city. Like, it's just cool ambiance. You know, no matter what it is, there's like, it's like a little coffee spot. Then I heard somebody, I guess that was a car, because I heard some hip hop bumping. I thought I was about to walk up on a club or something, but I guess it was just a car, because it just all of a sudden stopped. There it is again. Yeah, there's a parking lot right around here. Somebody's playing. All right, I'm gonna mute it while I walk by. I'll be right back. It's the motorcycles. The motorcycles are bumping, y'all. Their systems are so loud, I'm almost a block away and you can still hear it enough to violate the algorithm. So I'm gonna mute one more time. No, I'm not. I can just talk over it, take a few jog steps. We should be good. That is the loudest system I've ever heard on a motorcycle in my life. He's like playing music for the whole city on his parked bike, y'all. That's crazy. I can still hear it and I'm 2 blocks away. That is wild. All right. Yeah, this, them bikes causing mayhem. This is their street. They're like, this is our street. Everybody gonna know it. Now, see? Little spots like that. Like, look at that. Look how chill that is. There's like 6 people in there. 6 people in there. How they stay open? I bet the rent's not as bad on commercial space in Kansas City versus Boulder. Boulder commercial rent is... I'll throw up if I talk about it. M Favor says probably a Bose. The volume was powerful, but the fidelity left something to be desired. You feel me? The fidelity didn't sound like Bose to me. It didn't have that crisp articulation of high-end detail. But there was sufficient amperage there, I'll tell you that. They ain't lacking for power. Oh, I like this little street, y'all. See, this is what I like. I like just stumbling around. This stuff is really cool, man. I didn't give Kansas City enough credit, I'm not gonna lie. I like this. I like this downtown area. It reminds me of Nashville, but it's a lot more walkable to me. What do you think, David? I think this is more walkable than Nashville. Nashville's got some nice areas like this too, but they seem more disconnected. But then again, I am just stumbling around here for my first time, so let's hope I can find the Sprinter van. How about we start with that? How about we start with can Love and Liberty find where he parked? Nah, I know, because this building right here, we're around that building. We're close. Once I get to that building, I'll know where we're at. Yeah, city planning, civil engineering. Man, Boulder civil engineering and city planning is some of the best you will find in the country. It's one of the things that ended up attracting me to Boulder is how walkable of a city it is. You can literally walk from anywhere in Boulder to anywhere else. And that's what I do. I walk everywhere. Because Pork Chop just turned 2. He's a little pit bull, pointer, Dalmatian, boxer mix. So he's just full of energy. And he needs to walk around the whole city all day, every day. So that's what we do. That's what we do. Yeah, David, exact. Like, way more people in concentrated areas, and it's got cool areas, but like, there's a lot of space down here. A lot of elbow room. A lot of cool, much cooler area than I thought. So, salute to you, Kansas City, and apologies for making any assumptions. I didn't make any bad assumptions. I just, in my head, was like Kansas City. Like, I only came to walk around here downtown tonight because I thought, again, I thought I knew where the Buffs Hotel was, and it wasn't about finding players. It was about running into the DNVR guys, or Uncle Neely, or Smitty from Nike. I would really love to talk to Coach Mo. I would love to talk to Coach Mo. But when that didn't work out, then we walked around, and you guys gave us some great pointers where to go, some of the Kansas City locals in this chat. And we saw the Power and Light District. We saw a T-Mobile Arena. We went inside the Loews Hotel and saw some kind of crazy reunion or party going on in there. City Lights! Let's go. Hey, say SCO, Buffs! Go, Buffs! Go Buffs! Let's go! Yeah. Yo, it's Love and Liberty on YouTube. YouTube, Love and Liberty. Drunk college kids yelling from their balcony. They yell at me, I just plug the channel. You never know who's listening. They're still yelling. Alcohol is a hell of a drug. Oh man, look, I'm about to run into a train, so now we gotta get around this obstacle. Let's fucking go. Wild Dog used to be prejudiced against Little Rock, Arkansas. I haven't been to Little Rock either. I've been to the Ozarks. I forget where. We were camping in the Sprinter van. We stayed a couple of different campgrounds in the Ozark. It was beautiful, but the ticks, man, I mean, I grew up in the South, so I know about ticks, but there are ticks in Colorado, but I've never seen one. I have never seen a tick in Colorado. Since I've lived there, I forgot they even existed. And we were in Arkansas in the Ozarks. We took Pork Chop to a dog park. Boy had like 8 ticks on him in 10 minutes. We were like, okay, we out of here. This is crazy. I don't know if it was just the park where we were at, but we were just stopping through on the way to Charleston. We go to Charleston a lot because a lot of Clemson, a lot of the people that we went to Clemson with moved to Charleston. That's like a popular city to move to from Clemson. So guys, we came from the Sprinter van up there and walked on that bridge. Somehow we ended up down here. So I got to figure out how to get up there. I got to figure out how to get back to the van. And now, like, the longer it takes me to get back, I just need to see it. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot. You know why I'm nervous. I just want to see the van, see this okay, and catch up with you guys one more time. There were some pretty buildings and pretty lights around where the van is, so I know there's still a few more, what's the word I'm looking for? A few more pretty views to see. A few more vignettes. A few more nice vignettes. Oh, look, this is one. Oh, look, that says Church of Scientology. There's a huge, huge Church of Scientology billboard right there. But you know, they're everywhere. They got the one in downtown LA too. I always wanted to go troll them. But I've seen some other, you guys know Reckless Ben on YouTube? He hasn't been around for a long time, but he used to go troll those Scientologists at the building. You know, I'm not trying to offend anybody if they're a Scientologist or whatever, but I wasn't expecting to see that sign. It caught me off guard. Just walking around, it's like, boom, Church of Scientology, billboard, neon lights. But yeah, man, Kansas City is way prettier. I mean, it's definitely like an industrial city. It's like, you know, Boulder has a height restriction. You'll never see buildings like this in Boulder simply because it's a rule in the city. The city doesn't want any buildings to block the mountains. So they cap the height at whatever, I forget exactly how many feet it is, but nobody can build above that level so that you get views of the mountains from everywhere. Of course, if you're in flat as a pancake, Kansas, why not build them all the way up to the sky? But it's industrial. It's not like super clean, but it's not super dirty, but it's picturesque. Like, I like the architecture. Like, look at that building right there. There's a lot of, like, we get the plain Jane square up and down, but there's a lot of these more like funky, really cool brickwork. I mean, like, that one's square, but that's like a pretty brick building. Anyway, definitely a prettier city than what I was anticipating. And I'll tell you guys, when I drive through here, it's some of the worst drivers. I don't know what it is. I've driven all around the United States. Atlanta, obviously up there. I haven't driven in Texas, can't speak about Texas. But besides Atlanta, and then in LA traffic's just slow. I don't feel like the drivers are as crazy as they are in Kansas City. Like, people in Kansas City, it's like a derby race on these spaghetti highways. Like, people sliding over 3 lanes to get off an exit and coming onto the interstate from a curvy exit and just gun it to the left lane. It's crazy. And doing it in a Sprinter van leaves a little to be desired, but walking the city has completely like neutralized that feeling that I had about Kansas City that was totally motivated by how I feel just driving, like getting through here, not coming downtown, not hanging out, just getting through here to get to Tennessee. And I would definitely stop and stay. And I think I will stay through Sunday. And I'm gonna take that tour of the Basketball Hall of Fame. Y'all saw we ran into a guy named Jamar at a point in the stream, and he's affiliated with the Men's Basketball Hall of Fame. The only one in the world is here, and he's gonna give us a tour. He wants to show it to YouTube because he said it's an immersive experience. He's like, you play your way through the exhibit. So we're gonna be playing basketball, and we'll definitely bring that to you guys. I know it's not Buffs content, but it's Buffs adjacent because we only came here for the Buffs. We met a cool dude like Jamar, and now we get a behind the scenes tour of the only Men's Basketball Hall of Fame that exists. That's pretty cool. So we're definitely gonna do that. David says KC has a reputation for having the worst pedestrians. I guess I haven't seen too much of that tonight because it's been, again, compared to Boulder, it's so light. Like, there's so few people. Now I'm getting close to where I started. Now I gotta get my bearings. I think I walked through here. I think I came straight down this street. I could, if I shut off the stream, I know what building I parked next to, so I could find the Sprinter. So don't think, you know, I'm not an idiot where I just like, oh, I just parked somewhere and hopped out and walked. It's just that I know what the building's name is. And so I was just like, well, when I end the stream, I'll just put this building in and walk back. But just the way the stream worked out, I think we kind of saw what we needed to see downtown. And just seeing everything on the walk back, and I was just getting nervous because of where I parked. Like, when I got out and I looked, I still feel like 100%, 99, because I wouldn't be worried if I was 100. But I'm in a strange city. Everything that I need is in the Sprinter van. I'll feel better when I see it. And, you know, like, I don't know of Kansas. I mean, I've heard Kansas City is a dangerous city, but I mean, I've been to College Park, Atlanta. I've been in Gaffney, South Carolina, North Charleston, South Carolina, all over Florida. People say there's parts of Denver that are scary. Like, they talk about Aurora in Colorado. And I'm like, dude, Aurora would be like a middle-class suburb in South Carolina or Florida or somewhere like that. Like, people in different parts of the country have different ideas of what dangerous is, but I know that, like, people been breaking into Sprinter vans all over the world. Like, that's just something that people do. But I parked it in a place where I really don't think somebody would have to be on some powerful things to break into a van where I parked. Just put it that way. But I still just want to see it. Here's the Sheraton, y'all. Okay, Josh lives here. He says we're fine. That's all I need to hear. Here's another Sprinter. That's not our Sprinter, but that's cool. The Sheraton. Hey, there's an escalator. Oh, y'all. Okay, everybody's sure that the team's not here, but those escalators look kind of like, nah, there's no way the team, no, it's different. The carpet's different. There's a lot of hotels with dual escalators here. Yeah, Josh found out where they're at. They're not here, but still very pretty hotel, pretty lobby. I like all these little sky bridges that they have connecting, like it'll be a hotel on one side of the street and their conference center on the other. And it's just cool. There's just like a lot of eye candy. And again, maybe because I grew up close to Nashville and I've been to Nashville a lot more, and some of the architecture reminds me of Nashville, but I think there's more interesting architecture here. Okay, now this is hey Josh, if you can see me, which way is Central or Union Station? Can somebody tell me, is Union Station down there or is Union Station up there? I don't know if it was Jamar Howard, but his name is Jamar and he's affiliated with the Men's Basketball Hall of Fame. He is like the director of operations or something, he said. I didn't get his last name, but I gave him my cell phone number and he said he's gonna text me because he wants to film a tour of the museum. Yo, David, when you say keep straight, that would be straight. So, are you saying that way? Is that straight? If I use my GPS, I'm worried it'll cut the stream because I would have to close this app. Okay, thank you, David. Right on, right on. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right. All right. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate the help. And Union Station was beautiful, so I'll get a couple of shots at Union Station and then I'm right by. Actually, I think this street is where the Sprinter is, y'all. I think if I look to the right, yep, wait for this. Thank you guys for helping me, because watch this. Watch this, watch this. You watching? You watching? You watching? Hey, look down there. Can you see it? I can see it from here better than you guys can, but. Hey, there's the Sprinter. There she is. She's safe. Hey, Josh, that's why I said they'd have to be very brave to break into the van right there. That building is like all locked down. I'm gonna show you guys, and I'm across the road. Cause I was like, I pulled up, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna park in front of this building because I'll show you guys. There's a security guard in there, but everything's locked. And I walked up to the door and I had my gimbal in my hand, and I swear to God, this dude acted like it was a gun. He like ran to the door and like pointed me to go to the side. I showed him it was a gimbal and he wasn't having it. Anyway, I'm gonna show you guys because this dude was hilarious. But I was like, if this dude's watching the van, I feel good leaving it here. I'll show you guys. Look at this building and the security guard. I parked right in front of his eyeballs. Oh, he's still there. Yep. Y'all see it? Y'all can't see his face. He's like crouched behind the thing. But look, I just parked it right in front of him, and all those doors are locked. All those doors are locked. But he came to the side and asked me what I was doing. I told him I was just gonna walk around the city and shoot. I was here for the Buffs game, and asked him if it was cool to park there. And he's like, you can't film anything on this property. I was like, I'm not filming anything on this property, bro. I just wanna know if I can park right there. And he's like, I have no idea. And I was like, well, you see anybody breaking into the van? Will you do something? He's like, nobody's breaking into that van while I'm here. So he's taking his job seriously enough for us, and we safe, we good. And I'm gonna get a couple of shots at Union Station just while I'm here, because I might not be back. And then we'll catch up with you guys one more time, see if there's anything about the game you wanna say before tomorrow. Anything you guys want to recommend for, I mean, I don't know, some of the guys who live here might know the tailgate scene at Arrowhead, but the guy on the phone, when I got the parking pass, just told me they tailgate everywhere. He was like, the whole parking lot area, you can tailgate. So my plan is to just walk around. It's a huge complex. And have you guys seen that dude on YouTube, Oluwabamase? His name is like Oluwabamise. I love his videos. I'm not trying to troll people like he does, because he really trolls hard, and it's hilarious, and it's in good fun. He's not mean to people. He's just hilarious, but a little aggressive. But just running and gunning and interviewing whoever you come across, I like the idea of that. So we're gonna try that tomorrow. But at the same time, if you guys have any leads, what I would really like to do is figure out where the buses pull up at Arrowhead. So if anybody knows where the buses pull up for the players, because every away game I see in Bucky's videos, there's CU fans lined up where the players get off the bus. So I need to find where that's at tomorrow and get that for you guys. But yeah, other than that, just gonna see what Kansas fans have to say about the Buffs and Coach Prime. Like, I like the way my buddy was talking about phrasing the question. Like, ask them how they feel about Coach Prime in Colorado if Kansas is not involved. And see if people are like wishing him the best, or if it's haters, if it's a mix. But I thought that would be interesting to see, like, hey, besides Kansas, what do you guys think of Coach Prime? Because I think, I don't know. I know what I hope people are going to say. And I hope that they're going to say, hey, if he's not beating our team, that's the GOAT, and we want to see him win, and we want to see him do well. But you guys know we'll probably run into a few people who don't have all the nicest things to say, but I would like to interview those people and talk to them face to face. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. All right, y'all, Union Station. It is beautiful. I wanted to get it, and it's not disappointing. It's even prettier lit up than it was like right when we got here. And I don't know like what this style of architecture that's like all of our Capitol buildings. The Union Station in Denver looks exactly like this. I mean, it looks like, I guess it's like a Roman type throwback or something, but all of these buildings that we have in like every state in the United States that look like this, it looks like a lot of the buildings in DC. What style of architecture is this? It's just very like recognizable. Like the little arches over all the doors. You see that in all of them, like all these little arches and columns. Anyway, I like architecture. I love walking around cities and just seeing, especially being surprised. Like Kansas City really surprised me tonight. Is that World War II museum right there? Beaux Arts architectural style. Joshua Young with wins trivia tonight. That's awesome. Beaux Arts. Beaux Arts. I will remember that term. But what's interesting is I would like to hear from architects, like, why don't we build buildings like this anymore? That's beautiful. Not to say that some of these other buildings that are newer are not also beautiful, but it's just, I don't know. Maybe we can walk in here too. Is it open inside or is it closed? See what the inside looks like. Man, those windows. Oh my goodness. I had a friend, well, still a friend, but he doesn't do it anymore, but he had a whole window cleaning business, cleaning windows of places like this. And he tried to rope me into that one time, and I was like, nope. And I'm not like super scared of heights or anything, but because they got paid, boy, they get paid for cleaning those windows up high. And I'm just like, not ready to do that. Don't need to do that. Looks like it's closed in here. Let's see. Oh no, here we go. Cool. Oh, wow. Aaron says DC architecture is Greek revival. Josh said it's Beaux Arts. Yeah, active train station, just like the one in Denver. I assume, I mean, they've got it, like this one goes straight to Denver, right? There are probably some stops along the way, but imagining when these buildings were built, this looks exactly like the one in Denver. Man, look at this, y'all. I mean, it just feels different when you're in one of these buildings. And this feels exactly like the one in Denver. I used to live in an apartment that overlooked the one in Denver, so I would go and eat breakfast there every morning. I'll show you guys some pictures of that apartment sometime. It was crazy, crazy place to live. Fun times. That was in the corporate America era that I am glad, very glad I'm not in anymore. That was not liberty. That was the opposite of liberty, and greatly influenced my life after. And Denver and Boulder, they're so close but so different. If you've been there, you know. So here we go. There's the train area. If you want to hop on an Amtrak and ride back to Denver that way. We got Pierpont's. That's the P in JP Morgan, right? J. Pierpont Morgan. So I'm guessing he had something to do with the building of this building. Good grief, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm a fan of architecture. I mean, and not obviously not well enough to even know what this architecture is called. I have to ask you guys, but the feeling it gives me is powerful. I mean, it's real art. Like, it's not just a building. Like, this is a work of art. All right, Kansas City. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like a lot of what I'm seeing. It's a very cool city. Respect to Kansas City. All right, y'all. Well, we're gonna walk back towards the Sprinter van, wind up the chat. Okay, part of Josh Young's job is to know that Beaux Arts. Oh, look at this. Tell me there's a train track down there. No? Wow. What's this little feature called? Does this have a name? That's cool. Man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Jay Young, the tour guide. For real. This is amazing. Jay Young, have you been on this channel? Josh Young, have you been on this channel before, or did you just find us tonight because we were streaming in Kansas City? Hey, Shooter, I'm ready. You guys just give me a heads up or something so I'll know when you're going on. The other day I saw you guys live, but I was leaving to go somewhere with the dog, so it just wasn't a good time. But if I knew in advance, I'll just schedule around it and make it happen. I love Dino Up the Sco. I love connecting with all the different Buffs channels. Definitely look forward to getting on there and chopping it up with you guys. Also, let me give a shout out. Let me give a shout out right now, loud and clear, to TLP Sports Club and Harry B. TLP Sports Club and Harry B. One of my favorite shows to listen to. Also, along with I Smoke Hip Hop Live, somebody who told me to start a channel. And so Harry B and DJ Bless One, the best one, are very heavily responsible for this even being a thing. And so I always love to shout out I Smoke Hip Hop TV Live, DJ Bless One, the best one, TLP Sports Club, Harry B. But I love Dino Up the Sco. I love Uncle Neely. I love Dukes the Scoop. I love Big Dog Chico. I love DNVR. I love the Matt McChesney 0 to 60 show. I like T-Cal over at Buffton Prime. I'm actually riding with him on his Indiana pick. He sold me on Indiana. I added it to one of my parlays, and if it hits, it's like plus 1,800. It'll be crazy. So I didn't have to put too much of a risk down, but the payoff And he's like, T-Cal, you know, T-Cal played for Alabama A&M, if you guys don't know Buffton Prime. T-Cal, I think his name is Terry Callaway, but he was a really good defensive back or a safety. He was a secondary player. I can't remember which position exactly. But he does really good film analysis, and he was talking about Indiana versus Ohio State, and he was saying when Indiana beat Nebraska by like 50, Ohio State played them the very next week and only beat them by 3. And he was like, I promise y'all, Indiana's beating Ohio State. And my brain is like, ain't no way in hell, bro. And then the other part of my brain is like, you don't know as much as T-Cal. You didn't make it to D1. You stopped playing in high school. You've been watching football your whole life. I know ball. But that's why I give respect to the dudes who played D1. And T-Cal's gone on to have a great, I think he does real estate. He's had a nice career. So he's got a brain is what I'm saying. You're not just a great great football players do have good brains. That's what a lot of people don't realize. They're highly intelligent, quick thinkers to be able to read a play. If you're a quarterback, to read a coverage. There's a lot of high level thinking that goes on in Division I and higher football. So when T-Cal is saying, I promise you, Indiana's going to beat Ohio State, I was like, you know what? I'll put a little something down. And I tied it in. It's a 3-way parlay. So my bet with Indiana is the first 2 legs is that CU covers the spread and the over in the Colorado-Kansas game. And I just tacked on to that little bet Indiana beating Ohio State, and it made the odds like plus 1,800. Insane. So I just put down a little, and if T-Cal is right, and we're right about the Buffs, tomorrow is going to be an amazing day. But I also just put down my bet. When I make an analysis, if you guys haven't seen my game analysis videos, I do a game analysis for each game. I predict the score, and then I bet on it. Like, I spend 3 days doing these analysis, going from a data analysis background in a previous part of life, and I put my bias for the Buffs aside, and I look at a bunch of specific stats, which I run through in those videos, and I just make a decision, team A, team B, here's the stats, what do I think is going to happen? And the predictions have been pretty good, y'all. I started doing it back at the Cincinnati game because that's when this channel started, and I've hit every bet, and I posted the receipts. I've been off on some of the score predictions, but not much. I mean, each score prediction has been accurate enough to win a 2-leg parlay for each of those games, which was taking the over, the under, and the spread. And so that's what I do. I make an analysis, and then I put my money down to show you guys that I take it seriously. And then I post receipts. You know, when I win the bet, I'll post a picture of, hey, you won the bet. And again, I always have to say for YouTube and all that, like, this channel is not about betting advice. It's not a place. Jeez. Man, there's some angry cars in Kansas City, y'all. Y'all heard them tonight. We heard a bunch of them. They dominate the audio. Everybody knows they're here. But, yeah, I'm not trying to get anybody else to bet. And I'm certainly not, do not take, this is just a game. It's not advice, all that disclaimer stuff. Like, this is just, I take my analysis seriously. So when you guys see me do an analysis and that video pops up, you know that I'm not just pulling a score out of my ass, which is fine if people do that. I'm taking it very seriously. I'm putting money on it, and we've been winning. Thank you, Coach Prime, and thank you, Vegas. And we like to see, I like to see everybody's predictions, whether they're betting or not betting. But when I hear some of these shows, especially people who hate on Coach Prime, throwing out their score predictions, and it just obviously they're just pulling them out of their ass that moment on the camera, like, that doesn't bring any value to me. I don't appreciate that. It's just like, and we see so many pundits in college football making careers off barely taking it seriously. And, you know, it is what it is. People like Paul Feinbaum, man. How's Paul Feinbaum make a professional career off just being a goober? And if there's any Paul Feinbaum fans in the chat, help me understand. Like, what is it about this guy? Why is Paul Feinbaum a thing? Why does anybody care what that man thinks about football? Like, that man has ever put on pads. Are you kidding me? Like, man, I have some really good ideas for interviews I was about to just go off and tell you guys, but I can't say them out loud because guaranteed other channels will steal them. But I will tell you guys, I sent a message to Duke the Scoops, Duke the Scoop, Duke the Scoop, and he hit me back in like 10 minutes, y'all. And he said he would do an interview. And I told him I don't want to do it on video like everybody else. I want to do it in person. And I have a really good idea. It'll be something nobody else has done in an interview. And I'm not even going to tell him because I'm worried that he'd do it with somebody else. It's that good of an idea, in my opinion. But I have a lot of stuff like that I can't really tell you guys yet because if another channel does it first, it'll be really cool and they'll get all the credit for it. And nobody will even believe me when I'm like, that's my idea and they stole it. So I just got to keep my mouth shut till it happens. I think Dukes is going to be in Boulder next week. And he said, next time I'm in town, let's get up. We can do an interview. So if you guys see Dukes, just let him know. Be like, yo, we want to see that interview with Love and Liberty. Keep it on his mind. And then when he comes in town, I'll hit him up again and say, yo, man, let's do this. And by the way, I've got an insane idea I think really people really like to see in these kind of interviews that nobody's done yet. And my dream would be that he could involve Bucky in the interview too, because this idea that I have would be amazing for a 3-person interview. But we'll see. We'll see. Wild Dog says spies everywhere, dog. Spies everywhere. I gotta rewind a little bit. Okay, let me rewind. Okay, yeah, Josh, you just saw the channel live. That's cool. Yeah, I like it. YouTube will show you when people in your proximity are streaming live, and I think that's really cool. I was on Pearl Street in Boulder doing one of the Buff Stampedes. It's the pep rally they do before each game. And it was after the pep rally was over, and there was still a good bit of people in the chat like there is tonight. And so I was just walking around showing people different parts of Boulder. And this dude just popped out of a building, and he's like, it's you, you're streaming right now. But YouTube showed him on his phone like, hey, there's somebody right outside streaming, and he hadn't followed the channel. But it's cool. I like that the algorithm does that. It connects people in interesting ways. Another shout out for TLP Sports Club. Always got to show love to Harry B and TLP. Gary says, are you still trying to work with Well Off Media? Gary, I'll literally work 80 hours a week for free for Well Off Media. Bucky can get 80 hours a week out of me for free if he wants it. And I will clean camera lenses. I will shoot camera. I would edit video. I would edit audio. I really think I could help him with his audio. Y'all see the clips that he's getting in the game where it's really hard to hear the conversations they're having on the sidelines because of how loud it is in the stadium? I know how to fix all of that. I can make his audio be every conversation you want to hear, front and center, all the stuff you don't want to hear, gone or in the background. I'm not going to roll up to Bucky and tell him that because he'd be like, who the fuck are you, bro? But if it's ever the right time, like if we ever have the right conversation, the right connection, I'm just going to say, Bucky, let me be whatever you need, bro. I want to help the Sanders family mission. And if he's like, nah, bro, we don't need anything. We're good. Okay, cool. I'll keep doing this. But if you need 80 hours of work, free labor, you want 20 hours of work, free labor, hit me up, Bucky. Yeah, Wild Dog, noise filtering. And yeah, noise filtering is a broad subject. There are 1,000 different ways to filter noise. And I could show Bucky a lot of easy tricks that he could do himself, or I could do it for him. Like one of the things, if I ever talk to him, is like, bro, I could turn around a video in an hour. You send me a video, I'll fix the audio in an hour and have it back to you. Because I know he likes to post stuff in the middle of the night, early in the morning, that stuff he's probably worried about. But Bucky, you need me to edit audio at 3 in the morning and get it back to you at 4? You got it, bro. Just say the word. It's done. That's it. Your dad has changed my life twice. When I was young and when I'm middle-aged. I owe Coach Prime. if I could do anything to show love back, you already know. You already know. Yep, DNVR tailgate, 10 a.m. All right, I'll be there at 10. All right, y'all. We're gonna walk back to the Sprinter. I'll show you guys the inside of the Sprinter van. It's not, I built it myself. So it's not, you know, a fancy Winnebago, you know, nothing like that. I built this. When I got it, it was, me and Miss Love and Liberty got it. It was an empty metal box. Metal floor, metal walls, metal roof, tin can. So it ain't a Winnebago, but it also ain't a tin can anymore. I'll show you guys. It's beautiful though, isn't it? It looks like Coach Prime's. It's basically same Sprinter van that Coach Prime has, except his is like a limo inside. It's got like seats and TVs and stuff, and ours is like a little tiny house. I'll show you guys though. Hey, M Favors, yeah, that could be, I don't know. But sometimes to me, as somebody who's done a lot of work with audio, sometimes it sounds like he's edited to try to get the conversations to come out, and it's just not quite working. So again, I wouldn't say that to him because I'm not gonna presume. I would just say, Bucky, do you need video editing? Do you need audio editing? Do you need somebody to clean your lenses? Do you need somebody to charge the batteries? You need somebody to hold a boom mic. You know, you need somebody to like, they put all the little like ball baskets. I would do anything, y'all. I would do anything. That's all it comes down to. All right, y'all, I'll show you the Sprinter van. So, yep, just a big old bed. We got, this is a fridge freezer combo. It's just a window cover. But this window opens. And then you got the little cockpit area, you know. And then these seats swivel around. So I can, I'm not gonna do it right now, but these seats spin around, both of them, spin around and face the back. And then, I got the sink full of stuff because the van is still winterized, so I don't have like water and stuff in here. But like I did all these drawers and whatnot, and it's framed with aluminum. So it's not built with wood, it's actually like aluminum framing. Actually back here you can see this extruded aluminum. And you know, I got some like wood fascia on some of it. It's not all finished, but it is, look at this mattress. This mattress, that's all memory foam. So it's more comfortable than my bed at home, y'all. So we sleeping good. So, all right, I'm gonna, let's see, say goodbye to you guys in person. Let me flip this around. It's been really good hanging out with you guys tonight. I appreciate y'all walking around the city with me. Can't wait for tomorrow. Like, I don't know if I'm asleep tonight. Like, this is like Christmas for me. So to hang out with 200 of you guys all night, walking around Kansas City and having it just be way more beautiful and picturesque than I thought. This little front-facing selfie can, obviously not doing it any justice, but you guys have been here the whole stream. You've seen it. Very pretty city. Very impressed. Looking forward to taking a tour of the Men's Basketball Hall of Fame from Jamal, or Jamar. Now it's been a few minutes, and I can't remember if it was Jamal or Jamar. I think it was Jamal. But if he texts me, you guys already know. We'll be there and we'll do it. Dennis says, at least this guy is a YouTuber in Colorado. Everybody else is in the Southeast. Let's see. Matt McChesney is in Highlands Ranch. I don't know why he moved out of Boulder. Hey, Matt, if you see this, Why'd you leave Boulder, bro? Why you in Highlands Ranch? Maybe somebody in the chat knows. I wonder if it has to do with his young man's football career. Everybody want to join Coach Prime now. Probably the same ones bashing him, but now riding his train. Definitely not here. I fought with my family in 3rd grade over Coach Prime. I've got all the receipts. That man's jersey is the only football jersey I have purchased in my entire life. In my entire life of playing football and loving football, I purchased one jersey ever. A Deion Sanders Cowboys jersey, and I do not like the Cowboys. If you see go watch the first videos I made on this channel and see what you think I think about Coach Prime. I'm somebody who will get physical with the people who look like me, who try to dehumanize Coach Prime, put it that way. I'm the kind of guy that everything I'm working towards is a press pass for the Buffs, like a legit media credential. But if I would have had one in the Texas Tech game, it would have been revoked, because the minute that ball boy put his hands on the ball that Shiloh was holding, my press pass would have been revoked, y'all. So I'm gonna have to get that part of me in check before that ever happens, hopefully, because I'm ride or die. I'm a Marine. I don't play. You're not going to dehumanize good men in front of me. And Deion is a good man. Deion Jr. is a good man. Shador is a good man. Shiloh is a good man. Travis is a good man. I could run down this whole team, because Coach Prime doesn't let you play for him if you're not a good man. And I'll be damned if I'm going to listen to Paul Feinbaum, Matt B. Diddy. Matt B. Diddy's come around. If you guys know who Matt B. Diddy is, he's apologized and everything. But y'all, if you want to see how I ride for Coach Prime, just send me to the channels talking shit and see what happens. Because Avanti already sent me one in my email. I know when I get back parked, I'm going to open up my email. I'm going to find that Kansas podcast that Avanti was talking about in the beginning of this stream. And as this channel, I'm going to go in and be like, I want to debate you guys on video or face to face. I'm in town. What's up? I've got a channel. You got a channel. You said what you said about Deion Jr. Fuck saying it to Deion Jr.'s face. Say it to my face. Say it to my face. Explain yourself to me. But who made that comment? Cooking with faith. You're right, though. You're right to say that, cooking with faith. I'm just not, they not like us. The people you're talking about, that's not me. And you can believe me or not. You could go back to the first videos I made or not. That's up to you. I understand why you feel that way. It's real. But I'm here saying I will work for Well Off Media for 80 hours a week for free. I'll stop doing this channel. I'll go clean Bucky's lenses for 80 hours a week to help that family, because I owe them. They changed my life. I've already talked about it in this stream, the way that Coach Prime inspired me when I was young, how he showed me who was who in my family. To this day, I do not speak with the members of my family who told me that Coach Prime was a thug and a criminal. To this day, we do not speak. We are not cool because of that conversation that happened when I was a child. And nothing has changed. I realized that I was right and they were wrong, and it stayed that way. And they haven't changed, and so I reject them. And I reject anybody in Mayo Nation who looks like me, who wants to disrespect the GOAT. Any good men. We're not here. But the thing is, good white men don't get dehumanized like that. That's really what it is. Good white men, there are a lot of good white men in the world, but they don't need to be defended because people aren't just coming out of the fucking gutters to attack them like they are Coach Prime. And it's disgusting. And again, I'm gonna say it, I'm done. After this, my rant is over. But this channel started because DJ Bless One the Best One. DJ Bless One the Best One said, if you are in Mayo Nation and you know that what I'm saying is true, and this is him talking, he was like, I need you to make video. White people, basically, Mayo Nation. I need y'all, if you know that what they're doing is wrong, why don't y'all speak out and say something? And that hit me in the heart. And I made my first video an hour after I heard him say that, because I was like, he's right. I do need to say something because I see it. It's wrong. And we can't stand for it. I don't know what we do to fix it as a society. But all I know is somebody that I respect, like DJ Bless One, the best one, is saying, hey, make a video. Okay, I can do that. And here we are. We made some videos. We got some community. And we're just rolling with it. And we're going to be at these events. I'm going to be covering my childhood hero no matter what. I would definitely rather share it with you guys than not. And the other thing is, we've had some super chats in this stream, which is just, I addressed each one of them. It blows my mind, and I will always be grateful, and I will always call them out. But we don't ask you guys to super chat because YouTube takes care of these channels with the ad revenue. It's not a lot, but it makes it so that nobody watching has to pay, but I can get a little bit of the diesel money back from, I mean, just getting here was $225 in diesel. The parking pass is $100. The ticket was $200. Again, I'm a fan. I'm going to do it, but I might not come to this game without the ad revenue. But, you know, nobody has to super chat. Nobody has to do anything. But if you guys watch the video, this stuff takes care of itself. Whoever's playing the commercials pays, you know, a little part of these trips. So I'm sensitive, as you can tell, because like I never want to be perceived as doing wrong by Coach Prime. Like, that's honestly my greatest fear. I don't ever want them to look at me the wrong way, because I just want to document this moment in history and for the rest of my life remember what all of this felt like. So I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. And I just say that for what Cooking with Faith was saying, like, you're not wrong. Like, I hear you. I'm not saying you're wrong. Like, I'm validating where you're coming from, but I just hope you know that's not me. And if it is me, then help me change. Help me do this in a way that's respectful and is doing it right, because that's the intention of this channel. Semper Fi, Wild Dog. Let me put this camera away so it's not too loud. Hoorah! I think last time I blew the microphone out when I did that, so I'll be careful. Miss Ivy Tude, drive safely. Tell Miss L&L we said hello. I will. She just texted me, so I'm going to get off this and give her a call. Brandy laughing at Matt B. Diddy. He has come around. Sco Buffs. Shooter. It Called Could Be Wrong show on YouTube. Give him hell. Yeah, I will. Could Be Wrong, Kansas podcast. I'm going to give him hell. I am going to give them hell. I'm going to make a video about, I'm going to give them a chance to respond. What I'm going to say is, I'm going to make a video about you guys. Do you want to be a part of it? Do you want me to just make a video about you guys, calling you guys out? Or do you want to do it together and be a man? We can do it face to face in person in Kansas. We can do it by video. Do you want to defend what you said to Buffs Nation? Do you want to defend what you said to me? Or I'm just going to go in on these dudes. And I'm imagining what they look like in my head. I have no idea what these dudes look like. But I feel like I do, though. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Paul Feinbaum Spawn. Just like couldn't catch a Nerf football if you put it in their hands type dudes. Like, if you put shoulder pads on them, their knees would buckle type dudes. Oh, man. White bread and mayo sandwich. Wild Dog, bro. White. Oh, my God. Wild Dog said, we done confirmed Love and Liberty already. Catch up Cooking with Faith. I appreciate that, Wild Dog. I appreciate Cooking with Faith, too, keeping it real. I'm here for people keeping it real. I'm here to have that conversation. I never want to be confused with those evil words I can't say for the algorithm of Mayo Nation. Like, I never want to be, I don't want to be on their team. I don't want to be affiliated with them. I look like them, and that's bad enough. So I feel like I got to go out of my way. I don't know what to do, but okay, here's Cooking with Faith. Time will tell, just too many popping out all of a sudden. I hear you, Cooking with Faith. I don't know if you know my story. The short version is Coach Prime was my childhood hero. I told you, only jersey I ever bought in my life. Played football till I was a junior in high school. Wasn't big enough to keep going. Loved it my whole life. Went into the Marine Corps. Always loved Coach Prime. Went to Clemson. Loved Clemson football. Moved to Boulder 15 years ago. Diehard Clemson fan. Coach Prime dropped into Boulder. I changed hats. I went to school at Clemson. Coach Prime is my guy. And again, all I can say is if Well Off needs somebody to clean their camera lenses and charge their batteries or shoot camera or edit video or edit audio, 80 hours a week, you got me for free, bro. What you got to lose? Free. Put me to work. I'll work for free because I owe Deion Sanders a lot. Kelly says, thank you so much for truth and love out here in these white streets. I mean, this channel got started doing just videos like this, talking to the camera about why people who look like me are triggered by Coach Prime. Calling it all out. Everything you guys already know. If you're here, then a lot of you, I would just be preaching to the choir, as they say. But I made everything that I knew in my heart to say about people who look like me in those videos to touch their souls. I mean, things like saying, if Coach Prime triggers you, and this is the short version, it's because you got unfulfilled daddy issues. It's because you have hurt and pain in your life that Deion, through his success and his confidence and his positivity, triggers you. It has nothing to do with him. And I went way more in detail, but I broke these people down because I grew up around them. I understand them. I hate them as much as you guys do. And it's not a hate like writing somebody off forever. It's a hate like until you change and recognize the errors of your ways and you stop and you apologize for real and you really make a change, is fuck you. If you're my uncle, if you're my cousin, that's what it is. Life's too short to not tell the truth. Life's too short to not stand up for good people. Life's too short to let the douchebags win. Damn, Wild Dog's been a buff since 89. I first met the Sanders in 03, 04. That's amazing. That's amazing. What brought you to the Buffs in 89, being from Texas? Kelly, been following Coach Prime since FSU. So that was right before I was born, but my first football memories are Coach Prime as a Falcon, watching with my grandfather. My grandfather loved Coach Prime, my mom's dad, grandfather. And yeah, he's not here anymore. Some of my best memories, earliest memories of football, with my grandfather telling me how special Deion Sanders was. And I never, he was my guy from my first memories of football to today. And it's tied in with my grandfather, who was a good man who loved everybody and did right by people. It's emotional thinking about like that I could have such good people and part of my family and such terrible people, and it's the same family. But that's life, you know. Like I said, we don't get to choose our family. We choose our tribe. We choose our community. And anyway. Bruce says Prime got that reporter straight. Are you talking about Dukes the Scoop? Are you talking about Sean Keeler? Because Coach Prime has straightened out a lot of reporters. Some in good ways, like Dukes, getting him straight, like taking care of him. And some, like Sean Keeler, putting him in his place. Like, you're not running this show, you goofy. I have to bite my tongue so hard not to let the Marine Corps names I want to call people like Sean Keeler come out. And if you know, you know. But if you know also the algorithm, that's the thing like commercial music. I start letting too many F-bombs, MFers go about these goofballs, and YouTube doesn't like it. Cooking with Faith, how did you separate yourself, and at what point did you make this change? Because men like Coach intimidate a lot of people. Cooking with Faith, my first football memories of my life were watching with my grandfather, watching Coach Prime play for the Falcons. And my grandfather loved Coach Prime and told me, I'm talking like first grade, second grade age, like that young. And we lived in the same neighborhood as my grandfather. I would walk to his house on Sundays after church to watch football with him. And we watched the Falcons, and we watched we watched Deion. And I followed his entire career, my whole life. And when he went to the Cowboys I think I was in 5th grade. And that was just like the age of where you could start, saving up a little bit of money for mowing the yard, whatever, birthday money. And I hated the Cowboys, but I loved Deion Sanders so much. I had to have a Deion jersey. I didn't care if it was a Cowboys jersey. I wanted a Deion jersey. And when I would wear that jersey, uncles, cousins, second cousins on the other side of the family, we would watch football with them. We would watch University of Tennessee games. My stepdad was huge into UT football. And I liked all football. I was like, yeah, I'll watch anybody play. And I like UT. I like, at that age, I loved the Seminoles just because Coach Prime had gone there. Not Coach Prime back then, Deion Sanders then. And my uncles and my cousins would make fun of me for wearing that jersey, for liking Deion. And it reached a point with me where I was like, my cousin, who's the son of my uncle, like, I was way more athletic than he was, but he'd use his dad to gang up on me and talk shit. And finally, I just had enough. And I was like, fuck both of you. Like, we can go outside right now. Like, I just snapped. And I'm talking about, like, this is 6th or 7th grade. Young man just screamed it out with them at a family dinner where we were watching I think UT was playing Alabama, and we were all there. And I wore my Deion jersey. And my uncle had something to say. And my mom had already told me, like, defend yourself. Say whatever you want to. Like, don't, because my mom is 100% like love everybody, friends with everybody, all of that. But it's taken her a while to like find her voice, if you know what I mean. So she would tell me, like, I won't say my uncle's name, but she would be like, I can't talk to him because it will cause friction between me and your stepdad, but I have your back. Say whatever you want to say. And that one afternoon, I dressed them down. We just kind of been separated ever since. And that moment in my life, and then I played in Middle Tennessee. I played football. So what the demographic, and I went to public schools. I did not go to private schools. I went to public schools in Middle Tennessee, played sports my entire life. My best friends were Black and African American. And I had white best friends too, but I had as many Black and African American best friends, and they were better people than the racists that were in part of my family. And that's what it was, cooking with Faith. Like, at that age in my life, it was just like, okay, there's a lot of people who look like me who are fucking evil, and I'm not cool with them. I don't speak code. I do not code switch. If I everybody code switches a little bit. That's just how life is. But I do not code switch around fucked up white people. I could be at a park with my dog by myself, and somebody says something about Coach Prime, you will get this energy out of me with nobody watching. I'm not having it. You're not saying anything derogatory about other human beings to me, and me biting my tongue. The longer you guys know me, the more you'll see that. But yeah. I'm sensitive to what you're saying, Cooking with Faith, so I'm just trying to give you an authentic answer. And I might be rambling, but I'm just trying to be real with you. And I'm open to feedback, criticism, guidance, suggestions. You know, help me be a good person by Coach Prime and the Sanders family. Help me be a good Buffs fan. Help me be a good YouTube channel. Your criticism is welcome. Your feedback is welcome. Your guidance is welcome. And that's what it is. Go Buffs. Wild Dog says timing is everything. That's how I grew up a Steelers fan and not Cowboys or Packers. Respect to the Cowboys. I love working for the Jones family. Man, Wild Dog, we definitely got to have some drinks in Dallas. It sounds like you've got a very fascinating story I'd love to hear. I'd love to interview you sometime if you ever want to interview it. I mean, Wild Dog's somebody who's like me, like some of you other guys. He's in all of the chats of all the Buffs channels. I just love that. It's just like, it's a different form of church. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're seeing each other at the church of Coach Prime. And that's what it feels like. It feels like better than a church family, honestly. It feels like, because a lot of people in church are there to be seen. They're not there for the spiritual reasons, but the people who are in all the different Coach Prime chats, and I know what Cooking with Faith is saying, there's plenty of channels that I don't believe are actually ride or die Coach Prime. They're just, this is a good time to have a YouTube channel. But the people who are ride or die Coach Prime are my kind of people. Like, you get in conversations with them, you see what they're saying in other channels, and I feel like I could critique all the Buffs channels. I will not critique TLP Sports Club and Harry B. I don't question Harry B's. Having a YouTube channel is fun. Let's not front. Having a YouTube channel is cool, but not if it's not something that you don't really love. If you don't really love whatever it is, then it would feel like work. But if you are a Dion stan, as Todd the Show just said, like me, and it looks like we're like the same age, so you know I'm a little bit younger than you, Todd, but pretty much close. If you are a Dion stan, then it's the core values that make Dion who he is more than his highlight reels. And the real Dion fans know that it's not, he is who he is as a coach because of who he was as a player. But he is who he was as a player because of who he is as a man, in his heart, in his mind. And to me, that's how I filter. There are people like even Matt McChesney, who I believe does love Coach Prime and, helped hire him, was part of a group when they were considering hiring Gus Malzahn or Coach Prime. Matt McChesney was one of the ones who said, "You guys are crazy. It has to be Coach Prime. Get Gus Malzahn out of here." No. But I don't think I think actually on today's show, I feel like it started to hit Matt the significance of what a good person Dion is. And there's a difference between channels who only look at, and it's fair, you could judge him just on athletics and he's a GOAT. Okay, we could stop there. But why is he the GOAT? And that's his heart, that's his passion, his determination, his self-confidence. Because when he speaks that self-confidence, he leaves that room with people who are saying that he's cocky, and he looks himself in the mirror and he says, "Time to back it up, baby. Time to back it up. I just said it. I better go out and do it." And he's motivating himself his whole career. And you see Bucky doing that. You see Shador doing that. You see Shiloh doing that. And I want that kind of upbringing because I got that from my mom and my grandfather, but not my dad. So that's another reason that I love Coach Prime, is that's the father I wish I would have had. I think that's probably a lot of us. I think that's the haters too. but haters deal with it in a different way. Whereas I'm like, man, I wish I would have had a father like Coach Prime. God, but I'm glad I had a good mother. But what if I would have had two shitty parents? Because that's what some people get. Some people get two good ones. Some people get none. Some people get a good one and a bad one. Part of my motivation is it doesn't matter what kind of parents we have if you have enough role models like Coach Prime. If you have more Coach Primes on TV as head coaches, influencing culture, the more Coach Prime, good men with good moral foundations, the better off society is going to be. The less haters there's going to be. The less hurt trolls are going to be lashing out. And when I see those people, you know it's hurt people. Hurt dogs holler. Is that the saying? Hurt dogs holler. And all those dogs hollering about Coach Prime are hurt inside. And that's what I say when I confront them. I'm like, this isn't about Coach Prime. This is you being hurt and not knowing how to deal with it. And how they respond to that, you know, is how the conversation goes. That's what I'll say to those Kansas boys. I'm be like, what hurt you in your life so bad that you needed a little piece of Deion Jr.? What's wrong with you? Whether I say that in just a video directed at them or whether they're man enough to have a video debate or an in-person debate, we will see. Todd the Show says he doesn't swear, he doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he is a dad. He's been coaching without cameras for over a decade, yet people thinks he wants attention. Exactly. Coach Prime needs attention like the earth needs gravity. I mean, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say just by who he is a force of gravity. It's crazy seeing him in person too. As somebody who watched him, it's just like there's a feeling. He's got a, like, I don't believe in auras and all that kind of stuff. I'm really not superstitious, but Coach Prime makes me want to be superstitious because there is a feeling, there is a vibe, there is a power that radiates off him like a sphere of energy. It's unexplainable, but if you've been in his presence, and I've never been in his presence where he's known anything about me, I just see him walking around campus a lot and I keep my distance. I'll be like, hey, Coach Prime, Boulder loves you. And, you know, just to make him smile or something, just to show love. But I don't run up on him, you know, or anything like that. But still, you just see him walk 20 yards away and he's walking with, last time I saw him, he was with, who's the country white coach? God, I can't remember his name. He was with him and Jay Feel. And it was before the last game. Now I'm freaking blanking on it was the last home game. Freaking Utah. Jesus. I'm getting tired, y'all. Yeah, Coach Pollock. It was right before the Utah game. They were so intense. They walked out of the Champions Center like it was a war meeting. And it was just, I don't know. It makes me feel a type of way. And I don't know, man. Every time I end up talking about Coach Sanders, I end up at a loss for words. But the bottom line is we need more people like him. And if there's people that I like I Smoke Hip Hop TV, saying that people like me need to make videos calling out the other people who look like me talking crazy, then I'm going to do it. Kelly's Crochet Adventures. Actually, if you get a chance, you can see videos when Coach Prime had a reality show called Deion's Family Playbook. I've seen that. Man, and Shador and Shiloh were like such little characters in that too. Like, looking back on it now, you could just see who they were going to become. Like special, smart, intelligent, precocious kids destined for greatness. And here they are doing that. Todd the Show, I'm in Houston. There's an old school O-line coach down here that loves Coach Prime because he coaches old school. He holds his players accountable on the field and off. I love it, man. I love that Coach Prime is getting people in this NIL era to come play old school football. to come, like Quincy Wiggins. Y'all know Quincy Wiggins came from LSU, and Quinn Barnes from Alabama was in the same boat as Quincy before he broke through, where, hey, we're coming from Alabama and LSU, like we're those guys. And Coach Prime is like, not till you prove it, you're not. And he had to pull something out of both of them that other coaches couldn't pull out. And eventually we're going to do a video on why Coach Prime is the only person who can coach some of these players. He's literally the only person that some of these players would listen to and take seriously. And you guys already know a lot of the reasons why, but I think we just need to put it out there and really make a whole video about why legacy programs are not going to be able to compete unless they find something like a gold jacket, like Ray Lewis going to, FAU? Like, there you go, FAU. You're starting to see the future. The future looks like Coach Prime. People who actually have been there and done it, motivating these young men. Imagine Dabo Sweeney telling Anquin Barnes he needs to play harder. And then imagine Coach Prime telling Anquin Barnes he needs to play harder. Who's Anquin going to listen to, for real? You know? And these legacy programs are terrified because they already know. The writing is on the wall. Let's see. M. Favors, I understand what you're saying, but keep in mind he as well as everyone are still imperfect human beings. So keep the same energy through those times. Not if, but when you see the imperfect Deion Sanders. I hear you loud and clear. And if that's an opportunity for me to demonstrate my loyalty for you, I hope we don't even have to worry about that. But yes, all men stumble, and I'm not holding him to a perfect standard. I'm judging him by the intentions of his heart. Anybody who listens to what he is actually saying for a long period of time knows that Deion's intentions are pure. Is he going to be perfect? Is he going to always be the man that he wants to be in every interaction and scenario? No, of course not. None of us are. But having the intention to be good goes so far. So many people don't even have an intention to be good. So many people don't give a fuck if they're good or not, if they influence people or not. Coach Prime tries so hard. And for me, trying gives you all the credit. And it's not just Coach Prime. Anybody who tries as hard as Coach Prime does to be excellent, to be especially impactful on the youth, I don't care if it's a math teacher, if it's Coach Prime, if it's a politician, if it's a lawyer, if it's a janitor, if they're striving in that way, I give them credit. And if they stumble, okay, cool, we all do. You know, I can't picture Coach Prime ever stumbling in a way. He would have to physically harm someone for me to think differently of him. And he's not going to do that. That's not who he is. If he left Boulder after this year, and now we know he's not because Juju's coming, but if he did, I will not switch up on him. And I hope we don't have to see that anytime soon. But I've said that on this channel many times. Boulder will be grateful that we ever had Coach Prime. I hope he stays here for so long. I hope he's here for a decade. But if he left after this year, it would be all love. And I'll have to put on a Raiders hat or a Cowboys hat, or, you know, maybe he just decides he wants to retire and go kick back and fish. Cool. Then I'll stay a Buffs and a Clemson fan. But I'm not switching up on Coach Prime. It's not going to happen. This is not going to happen, period. I never have. I never cared where he was at. If I could have watched the Jackson State games while he was at Jackson State, I would have watched them. And I'm sure there is a way to have purchased some expensive satellite package or something. But I kept up with what he was doing. I kept up with, he's winning. He's doing it at Jackson State. He's winning. His Shador is a legit quarterback. And I saw Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence at Clemson. So I've seen good quarterbacks spin the ball in person. what they look like, what their size is like physically, what their pocket presence is like, what their demeanor is like, how far can they throw it, how hard do they throw it, how accurately do they throw it. And from the first time I started watching Shador, I was like, he's all that. He's everything Trevor and Deshaun were in college. Let's not talk about Deshaun post-college. Let's just think about, for my sake, as somebody who went to Clemson, let's only talk about Deshaun Watson's career at Clemson. Let's not talk about anything after that, because his career at Clemson was legendary. But as soon as I saw Shador, I was like, he's one of those dudes. He's an NFLer, for real. Not because he's Deion's son. He is, just like they always say, he would have gotten more accolades if he had a different last name. Shador has been hurt by his last name. All right, Cooking with Faith is out of here. Kelly's Crochet Adventures, Wild Dog, CP already been through hell and back. He is full on his ministry. That's what I see, Wild Dog. He's been through the stumbles, and he's here to testify. And it's powerful. And it has non-superstitious people like me here for it. All the motivation. You know, I'm not a religious person. I grew up religious, but I saw so much hate in the religion I was raised in, it turned me away. If the religion I was raised in had been led by Coach Prime, I'd still be religious. He taps into what I used to feel positively, but now I'm just like, I'm comfortable saying I don't know, but I know Coach Prime is a good man. I know that man is worthy. I'd vote for him for mayor, for president. We just need more people like Coach Prime. And it's not just Coach Prime. It's not just football. It's good men building young men to be good men and caring and striving. All right. I'm going to read a couple more and then we're going to be out of here because this has gone on way longer than I expected, but we just had a whole bunch of people join tonight and that was really cool. So we're just sleeping in the Sprinter van until the game tomorrow, so I might as well hang out, but we're about to get off because I am tired. I'm getting up early tomorrow. We're going to live stream from 10 a.m. until at least noon, and then go in the stadium, and if we can stream the pregame warm-ups, we will. We just have to play it by ear. Kelly said Barstool did a YouTube documentary on Coach Prime at JSU. I haven't watched that. I need to see that. You can watch his time at JSU behind the scenes with the pregame show Well Off Media Reach the People. And I have not gone back far enough in... when Well Off came out here, I have seen every episode he's ever posted. Same thing with Reach the People. Same thing with the pregame show. But I did not go back and watch all the episodes from Jackson State. I've said on the channel before, I didn't even know YouTube like that. I kind of found YouTube when Coach Prime came out here. Then it was like, oh, I got to find out everything. And one of the first things I found out was Deion Jr. does YouTube videos. And then I'm like, oh, cool, what's this? And then I get on YouTube. That was like me finding YouTube for the first time, was because Coach Prime was coming to Boulder, because his son, Deion Jr., has a YouTube channel, and at this point in my life, I've seen YouTube videos. I'll post, I had another YouTube channel where I would post music stuff from the band that I was in and stuff like that, but I did not keep up with YouTube. I did not maintain that channel. I didn't watch a lot of videos. I got into YouTube watching Well Off videos, and I've seen everyone since they've been here last year, and there's been so much Buffs content to keep up with. Maybe tonight I'll go back and watch some of those Jackson State videos, because I want to see it all from the beginning. All right, y'all. WFEW, good stuff, dude. Thank you. Let's see. I think I missed something from Todd the Show. Wild Dog says, no wasted energy on religion. Let nothing come between you and your creator. That's how I feel. Amen. Let me read that again. No wasted energy on religion. Let nothing come between you and your creator. I feel that, Wild Dog. Todd the Show, single dad here, custody of both my kids, 10 and 11 years old, stay positive. Hell yeah, Todd the Show. That's what I'm talking about. Good for you, man. Good for your kids. It's going to be rough in those teenage years, but when they become young men, you know, it's going to be like Shiloh and Shador. They're going to be ride or die for you forever. So thank you. We need all the good fathers out there we can get. Big ups to Todd. Jana Crane says your life may be the only Bible someone ever reads. I love that too. I love that too. Your life may be the only Bible someone ever reads. And that's why we celebrate good men here. And that's why we document it. And we talk about it. Todd says Bucky doesn't play when it comes to the family. No, the way he reacted with that Texas Tech ball boy, that's why I was like, I would have lost my media credential because I would have seen Deion Jr. react like that, and I would have been hands-on. I would have been hands-on with the ball boy. I wouldn't have hurt him, but I would have tackled him. I would have Goldberg speared that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I would have. They'd have been like, whoa. They'd be like, that dude doesn't have a media credential anymore. And so I'm glad that Bucky didn't. And that's just another testament to them, man. The fact that Bucky didn't lose control, but he still put the ball boy in his place. He still gave him that stiff arm. Shocked the boy back. Man, they're smart kids. They're good kids. All right, y'all. Phone battery's dying. We pretty much maxed out this stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you for walking around Kansas City with me. Turn the camera around. One more shot. We about to get out of here, y'all. We'll see you tomorrow morning. It's Love and Liberty. Usually, the Twitter handle. Oh, okay, yeah, because I just started a Twitter for Love and Liberty. It's at LAL Boulder. At LAL Boulder. On Instagram, it's love_and_liberty. I'm trying to get more active on Twitter and Instagram. So I did set up a Twitter, and it's at LAL Boulder. You'll see the logo is the same as it is on the YouTube channel. And you'll see, you can look at my comments on Twitter too. I think I've behaved myself somewhat. I just go off on the haters. Yeah, I'll leave it at that because the phone's about to die. It could die any minute. Blessings, as Wild Dog says. I just want to reiterate how much I appreciate all of you guys and how much fun this is. And I don't take it for granted. Let me just always give respect at the end of the stream to Coach Prime, to Deion Sanders Jr., to Shador, to Shiloh. All the dudes putting their bodies on the line. The decades of work that Coach Prime has put in that make us all want to watch. We wouldn't be here without this incredible human being that, and he's imperfect. He's not a perfect man, but we don't care because what we love is the striving, the intention, the goal setting, the follow through. And we've seen it for decades. We know who he is. He's the real deal. He deserves to be celebrated, documented, but it should be done in the proper way with respect and with honor. And you guys always keep me where I need to be with all of that and make sure that I am doing right by the Sanders because I love those guys. And again, I'll say it for the last time. I'll work 80 hours for free, Deion Jr. You got 80 hours a week out of me if you ever want it. Whatever. I got a lot of media experience. There's a lot I could help with, but I'm willing to clean camera lenses. I'm willing to charge batteries. I'll clean the fucking locker room bathrooms. I don't care, man. You need some free help? I live 5 minutes away, bro. Hit me up. Chat, all Todd, Kelly, Wild Dog, Monica, Beverly, M. Favors, Jana, Battletone, Cooking with Faith. Love all of you wherever you're at. See y'all tomorrow. It's Love and Liberty, live from Kansas City. Let's go Buffs, baby. Woo! See y'all tomorrow. Good night.